Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan, we are back talking Falcons football in a Falcon way. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast, so much more. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to go ahead and do to look us up. Please do, and let us know how much you love One Time for the Fan. We are live. We are live. T. Will, former ATL Sports, One Time for the Fan. We are live. Nice little quick Sunday night podcast for you all tonight. It's either the Falcons or Oscar night. So either you're watching Falcons football over here as we talk some Dirty Bird news and updates for the offseason, or you're watching some of the top movies in Hollywood and some of the top actors in Hollywood get their Oscars tonight. So it's actually going to be pretty cool that we get a chance to compete with the Oscars here on One Time for the Fan. Tag your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family One Time for the Fan is live. So if you have your Facebook and you want to share it to your Facebook, put it on your timeline so everybody can see, all your Dirty Bird friends and family. You have Twitter if you want to go ahead and repost or reshare and put that out there too as well. So all your Twitter followers can go ahead and find it. If you want to go ahead and screenshot and add it to your Instagram story, go right ahead and do that too as well. We're going to keep this nice and friendly tonight on the podcast. We're going to get all Elijah Wilkinson on y'all. I promise. We're going to get all Elijah Wilkinson in the chat. All right, Falcon fans. So definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T. Will, former ATL Sports, One Time for the Fan, man. How is everything going over there in your world, man? We had a great podcast these past couple of nights talking about the Falcons free agency and so on. And now we get a chance to end it all up here on Sunday night on One Time for the Fan. So what's up, T. Will?
All good, man. No complaints. Glad to be here. Super excited to talk about these Falcons. And hey, man, shout out to Yuri who says the Oscars ain't touching One Time for the Fan. And I gotta say, I appreciate it, brother. We got some fans in the stands we got to get to, Jack. We got Smooth 78 or Smooth C, One Time for the Fan. We got DSGB Hall giving us the one time. We got TJ Martin 13. What it do, fellas? What's poppin', Bird Gang? We got Silk Legacy saying, what's up, one-timers? Geek, get some. And, of course, we have Yuri. Great comment. Thank you, brother. The Oscars ain't touching One Time for the Fan. Smoothie says, sorry, everyone, for Jack running late this evening. He was cleaning my gutters and forgot his ladder again. Hard to find good workers nowadays. Wow. And we got Mr. Jeff Wolf saying nobody watches the Oscars anymore. And that is the up-to-date fans and the fans.
T-Will, I mean, the comments of the fans saying that One Time for the Fan is, running supreme here over the Oscars. T-Will, you do for my ATO movies. I mean, were you watching the Oscars tonight? I know Sinners is probably up for some awards that I'm sure people would say that they're probably going to win something tonight, or Michael B. Jordan or so forth. But T-Will, were you watching that before we went live? Because, we are a little bit late. Usually our podcast is at 8 p.m. tonight, which is Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, Friday mornings, breakfast for One Time for the Fan. Man, let me tell you something. I had a strong golf game today against some really good golf players in my golf group. And sure enough, got to the house, man, had to take a quick nap, looked up, and next thing I know, it's almost damn 8 o'clock. I said, damn, I got to get my stuff together. But T-Will, were you watching the Oscars over there on your end before we got live here?
Now, the advantage of having multiple screens is I'm watching it now. So super excited about it, man. But of course, One Time for the Fan is the major. I'm just kind of watching the highlights or whatever. I think Sinners did win best original screenplay, so that's good. I'm hoping they can come away with best picture and best actor and best supporting actor. But either way, I digress. Obviously, One Time for the Fan is paramount and primary in my heart. And hey, man, super excited to talk about this Falcon weekend. But we do have to get into something, Jack. And the word of the day, right? Our new segment of the show. The word of the day is gratitude. Say it with me, Chad.
Gratitude.
One more time. Gratitude.
gratitude.
Who didn't show gratitude? You know who didn't show gratitude? Gratitude is showing appreciation for someone, right? Or something, right? Someone gives you a ride to the store, or they bring you water or food, or they do something nice for you. Gratitude. Well, one Elijah Wilkinson did not show gratitude to his former ATL teammates, as he did get into a little discussion with I don't know if you want to call
Was
it
that a discussion, T. Will? Was that what was?
I'm trying to be nice, but
You're trying to be nice when he's not being nice to the fan base. You're just trying to take you're taking the professional high road here.
Gratitude, right? But he was getting into it with the fan. Now, to be honest, to be fair, the fan did start it with him. The fan was like, "I'm glad you're leaving," or something like that, which is rude. But Elijah Wilkinson took it way above and beyond, responding with comments about his teammates, saying if they caught more balls or something like that, then saying that, what did he say? This is a clown show.
Personal attacks to the Falcons organization presently, and of course previous years too as well, when he didn't play on the Atlanta Falcons back during those times. But for some strange reason, he has a lot to say. What did Drake's was it Drake? Twitter fingers turned to trigger fingers? Was that what it was?
Something like that, man.
Okay.
I don't know. Clearly he's upset about something, but he responded in a way in which it's got really the whole sports world looking at him like, what's up with this guy? Again, third string offensive tackle, so it's not like you are an essential piece. I just didn't understand it. If I were a player, I think I'd have somebody else run my social media, because things like this happen where guys get in their feelings and just go ham, egg, and cheese, which is exactly what he did, man. I mean, I think he may have been going for hours. I halfway think
a little bit off the rails there, T. Will. I mean, he did just sign a new contract with the Cardinals. Probably was at one of the bars in Scottsdale. Right? Could have been hanging out in Flagstaff down there in Bartown, but some things were said that's unacceptable.
No, it is. I mean, you can't. First and foremost, you know what? I've worked in a lot of places, but I'm not going to defecate on the name of any company that I worked on, whether it was a positive experience or not, because you know what? I didn't have to be there. They didn't have to give me the opportunity. I gained something in being there. And I think this is lost on Elijah Wilkins, in that, you know what? You're blessed to be in the NFL. You're blessed to have a job. You're blessed to be able to play, even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted. And the unfortunate thing is fans are going to talk.
You're blessed to have the opportunity to block for Tyler Algier too as well, which we did have as our previous RB1 when he was drafted, but then became the running back too of the squad. But now he gets a chance to take the reins over there in Arizona. That's probably the starting running back, and very disappointing, Elijah. Yeah, go ahead, T.
No, I mean, and again, you can set from my understanding, you can set your comments on Twitter to where you can't receive any. So, if you're going to be on social media, maybe you want to think about that. You know what I mean? Because ultimately it's your fault. You are the athlete, you are the professional, and it looks very unprofessional. It looks Bush League for you to go back and forth and then ultimately talk about your teammates. That's like little league stuff, right? That's little league. That's Bush League. That's unprofessional. And shame on him, but the bottom line is, the internet always wins, and the internet is forever. And the next time he needs an opportunity and goes to a team, they're going to think about this. This is going to be at the forefront of their mind. You know what I mean? Do we want this guy in the locker room if ultimately he's going to talk about his teammates, right? He talked about guys who weren't even there. He said 28-3. You weren't even on the team then, right?
He also used a lot of foul language too as well, which we would definitely put up the comments here shortly. I think it's a small video that let's see, you have a guy here on Twitter who posted the whole thread of everything. Of course, a lot of people are speaking about this matter, so we do want to give credit to everybody who has been posting the screenshots. This one right here is from Not Bijan. That's his name on Twitter. In Bijan we trust. But we do have some things to discuss here tonight. I will say this before we get started here talking about the Elijah Wilkinson situation. We talk about this all the time with the player family and friends who join the chat. We talk about this all the time with the player family and friends who join the chat from time to time. There are members of the Wilkinson family who has joined the chat before and has talked Falcons football with us before. Some of you all might not know because you might not recognize the name. I myself personally have met Elijah a few times on the road after games and, of course, home games too as well. Not saying family friend or anything or personal friend like top of the list, but I do know of his brother too as well. I do know his father. We actually was in Cincinnati a couple years ago when the Falcons played the Bengals. So I'm just posting the comments here from what was said from the fans going at Elijah. Do I think it was right what he did? I do not think so. And, of course, the language that he used against some of the Falcon fans too as well kind of shows that he did play here. He went to Arizona, then he came back, and now he's going back to Arizona. And it's looking like for Falcon fans, he probably won't be back no time soon. Of course, I'm sure Falcon fans can't wait to play the Cardinals, which we don't play them this year, or I don't think we play them the following year too as well. But fans are kind of really upset over Elijah's comments made to some of the fans and calling out two of the players too as well. One who doesn't play here in Atlanta no more, who just signed a contract with the New York Giants, and the other one who we just franchise tagged. And I saw on Twitter there's people that's tagging these players to get a response. Don't know if anything was said offline from some of these players too as well to get a response back. But, you know, they probably have personal group chats and ways to communicate that we do not see. So if anything was said, phone calls or DMs or anything, he has leaked his DM from fans talking trash to him in his response. And, of course, other fans have shown their DM of talking trash to him in his response. So we will get into this shortly. I do want to catch up to the comments because the fans. Is
this a character for him, Jack?
I think it is for any NFL player, right? Like you said, man, it's a blessed opportunity to play in the NFL, right? And he did, when he was here, try to do his best to, you know, not only make the starting lineup, which actually a couple years ago he was a starter here for the Falcons. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, playing the backup role too as well. Once Caleb McGarry went down, Storm Norton, of course, we had to switch around some rotation. They put Elijah in, and then some fans started calling out, you know, the false starts and the penalties and all this other stuff. And there were some fans that mentioned to him that you got my quarterback hurt, you couldn't block for Bijan, and it was just a lot going on from what you all seen this season to now the off season where players get signed on different teams all the time, T-Will. Right? You have players who come here for a year, leave and go to a different team, get a good contract. Players come here for 2-3 years, leave and go to a different team. Even Austin Hooper, who was here in 2016 through 2019, then ended up leaving and going to a different team. And now he's back, you know, 8-9 years later. Right? Then you got guys like Olamide Zaccheaus, right? They leave, they go to different teams, they X, Y, and Z, and then they come back. But to see the comments made from a former Falcon player to the team he just left. You know about this when it comes to the Falcons. We don't have this type of stuff in the organization, right?
Not typically, we don't. No.
I mean, the Julio thing was something that kind of shook us up a little bit when we heard Julio's comments to Shannon Sharp when he called him on air, and it's like, what? We can't believe that. Even to Jalen Hawkins when he mentioned that the Patriots after he left the Falcons, that the Falcons asked him to take a pay cut on his rookie deal. I think he was kind of upset about that too as well. Small things that kind of break out to the media that kind of, you know, might ruffle the feathers a little bit, but nothing to this level where a player is going at fans, calling out former players or players who have, you know, who's played here, kind of, so to speak. But it's just wild. We're going to get to that comment too as well. We're going to post that small little clip of what was said. It does have some foul language, so what they say? Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion advised.
We're definitely going to play that here in just a second. TJ said he was mad because ATO didn't re-sign him. He called us a clown show. He was the third most penalized O-line in the league. And, I'm just upset hearing about it. I know T was upset hearing about it. But when you got 21 carry in here, you already know 21 carry is really upset hearing about it too.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
guys, how you doing? Shout out to you, Jack and T. Will. Hope you had a great weekend.
What's going on, Carrie?
I can't stay long at all, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to say F Elijah Wilkins.
Whoa.
I
And I hope
Carrie's
he's
in the
watching.
Carrie's on the podcast.
Yes,
love
we're a
it.
respectful podcast. We're a positive fan base, positive Falcons fans podcast. But I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Like, I just saw another tweet where he said, somebody said to him basically, oh, you ain't on ish, because he said he's in Georgia, come find him. And then he replied back to the fan, he said, neither are you. And then he said, word I can't say, B word, me and James Pierce will whoop your. And then he wrote, if he's not in prison.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Just doing the
Oh wow.
just doing the most, dude. And I'm just
Wow.
so over.
Did you throw that into the can you throw that into
Yeah,
the
I'll
chat?
send that now. I literally just saw it, and
I'd
then
love to pull
it
that
was like,
comment up as we sit here and discuss this. This what? He said he called James Pierce out too?
he put a laughing emoji and
He might
said,
not want to do that. I don't know that he want to do that.
exactly. So I don't know. The things that I've seen him say to fans, I just feel like it's a little too much. It's one thing to go at trolls, or Falcons fans, any fan base online, what have you. Because that happens, when you get a big following. I've dealt with that even on Twitter, right? You get some trolls that reply to you, and you honestly just have to learn to not reply. T will tell me that, just don't reply, because that's what they want. They want you to reply. And I've learned to not reply anymore. But the thing about it is, I said F him because you literally are a third string player, right? Acting like you're some superstar. And you are literally burning bridges with a franchise who gave you an opportunity. And he's over here talking about, oh, I did the Falcons a good one because they had nowhere to turn, and I was there for him, like for them, like he did us some big favor. And it's like, you did your job, you did the job you're paid to do. Next man up. Like, I'm just like, wow, dude. The reason why you are getting another opportunity in Arizona, going back there, is because you were a starter this past year, right? Like, that looks good. Hey, he's a starting right tackle for an NFL team. Like, so for me, I thought it was the ultimate disrespect to bash the organization that gave you an opportunity, um, which he burned that bridge. I'd put bet money he's never going to get an opportunity with the Atlanta Falcons again. And then for him to bash not only Drake London, or sorry, not only Kyle
Kyle
Pitts,
Pitts.
but also Darnell Mooney, like, I'm just like, wow, and that's even worse. Like, you are bashing your former teammates. I feel like that's even crossing the line way further, because now you're going to a new locker room where you got to meet these guys, and if they've seen how you talk about your former teammates, is like, are they even going to trust you? Like, this is how you're going to do you're going to do me as your teammate? Like, yeah, I'm just like, I lost all respect for the guy, truly, because
And
that's just
respectfully,
insane.
I'm gonna Carrie, if you don't mind, I'm gonna say what's been said on this text right here. I know you didn't want to say some of these things, but I'm gonna keep it Atlanta as I say this. So the person had already replied to the person. So I know there's more to this DM that you just sent me, because it says you replied on the top, which means that there was another message previous to this. But he says, this is the fan. Nobody gimmicking. I'm in Georgia. this is some squad up shit right here, T. Will.
Right.
He says, nobody gimmicking. I'm in Georgia. Come find me. Right? And he's like, Elijah Wilkinson's telling this dude, pull up. You want to talk all this, pull up. This is wild.
But I'm mad because he didn't reply to my DM, because I was like, you know what? I want the smoke too, because I'm not digging this shit that he's saying too about Atlanta Falcons. Like, you bash the Atlanta Falcons, I take that shit personally. I'm sorry.
This is
Like-
wild. A player telling a fan to pull up, catch these hands. He said, "Nobody gimmicking. I'm in Georgia. Come find me." The guy replies, "You ain't on shit."
I think
Elijah
my
says, "Neither are you." The fan says, "Bit." That's how they say in Georgia. Bit. Me and James Pierce will whoop your ass. We'll whoop you. He puts the laughing emoji and said, "If he's not in prison." The fan
That's
replies,
crazy.
"Man, you the one that got Michael Penix killed. It should have been you in jail." He said,
Facts.
"On me." You know how they say this in Atlanta, T. Will. "On me, don't let me catch you. On me, on God, don't let me catch you." Wow, look at these fans sticking up for the fan base, sticking up for the Falcons organization. Remember,
Don't
I told
you love to see it? Like,
I told
Jack,
you
I
we
saw
will
somebody-
win the petty. We will win
Jack,
the petty.
I saw somebody on Twitter say this is the most united I've seen the Atlanta Falcons fan base in so long, and I just love to see it. We're all coming united to defend our team.
This is more
against
united
this-
than Atlanta United, Carrie.
Because you don't bash the Falcons, and I'm sorry, like you literally, like to me, you have some damn nerve. I'm sorry, but you already know how I felt about the guy, respectfully, Jack, because I already felt like he got our starting quarterback killed. And for me, his play was absolutely not good enough last season, personally. And I understand why. He's a third string player, but that was on the last regime for thinking that that was good enough to settle with a third string player with the blind side of your first season as a starting quarterback. That was just insane. So it kind of is their fault, but at the same time, I'm very he got under my skin. I'm not going to lie to you when I read all these comments, because like, you have some damn nerve. This is the team that gave you an opportunity and you a chance, a guy that's a third string, and you're gonna talk like you're some superstar player who can trash anyone. Like, you suck. Like, who are you to talk shit about anyone? Like, I'm sorry, and you guys know I don't cuss, but I'm cussing right now because that really ticked me off. Like, this dude seriously wrote 28-3 like 30 times? I thought the guy was drunk, but no, this is like a continuous thing that he's doing. So clearly he's just a troll, or he truly feels this way or something. I don't know.
Jonathan Bell says, "Everybody be careful what you say. Elijah is hiding in the chat somewhere." So he's probably on this podcast right now, paying attention to what we got going on. So that's tough, T. Will. He's in the chat lurking, T. Will. That's what they call him in the street. They lurking. So,
Well, hopefully while he's lurking, he can find some class. That was his, and I'll say it to his face, Elijah, I think you're better than this. I think this was class.
Is he though? Is he?
Well, we've
Look,
never
Gary.
seen him do something like this before. Maybe he's going through something. Look at
Carrie, before the show started,
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught the beginning when I mentioned there was some of his family that have been in the chat before. Right.
Well,
I know,
if they're
Carrie, we talked
watching-
offline. I've met Elijah a few times. His dad was with us in Cincinnati when he was with the tour, the Rise Up tour.
Right.
Brother too as well. So
No.
don't know if they're
If-
watching. Don't know
I'm
if they're
sorry if you're
listening.
watching.
Yeah, you know what?
you
If
could
they
come
are
down to
watching,
Florida,
that was
because
still classless.
I'll take the smoke too, because I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that was
think that's,
classless.
I'm sorry, it's the ultimate disrespect. And, you know,
Yeah.
if you're watching, I'll say it to your face. I won't say anything online that I won't say to somebody's face.
Mhm.
I'm not like that. And so I would say it to your face. I think that was completely disrespectful
Yes.
of your family
Yes.
member to burn a bridge like that. Like he's some starter who's going to get an opportunity anywhere he goes. Like, he's a fringe player, and you just burned a bridge with the Falcons. You bounce around from teams. I mean, how many teams has he been on already? Like, he
He's been on a lot of
bounces
teams.
around, and and you just you're burning bridges. Maybe he didn't plan to come back, but to me, like, you don't even know you're going to be the starter in Arizona, even though they're a terrible team. And I don't understand how you're going to talk about, oh, enjoy being trash next season. You enjoy that clown show. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you're going to the Arizona Cardinals. Do you know the state of that organization? I'm just like so confused on how it's like the pot calling the kettle black. I don't get it.
For me, and again, I don't know Elijah Wilkinson, but I would tell him to his face that was classless, because you're the player, right? So if you don't want to interact with folks, you can cut your comments off to where you don't hear them, Now, what I will say is the guy who started it was classless as well, because he told him, "Hey, I'm glad to see you leave." Which, why do that? The guy's leaving. Why do that? So if I'm going to hold him accountable, I got to hold the idiot who said that. If that was classless, and that's what started all of this. But again,
T-Will, you're right. But here's the thing: if that DM was never sent, would he have responded to anything else that would have said? Because that's what really sparked everything.
Probably not. You know what? He caught him on the right day. And again,
but it's happening on more than one day. That's the thing, and it's more than one person. So at this
he's
point,
clearly upset. I don't know what's and that's why I'm like, is this his account? Is this a situation where family? Because we haven't seen him do anything like this before.
Are we waiting for the "I was hacked" post, as Bro Talk tweeted out earlier?
He could have been. He could have been. He could have been. But either way, this is classless. This is not something that Elijah, you're not going to win doing this. And the next contract you sign, they're going to look at this. They are going to look at this, and they're going to consider it. And it would appear that you burned a bridge with the Falcons. So if you didn't do it, you might want to speak up and address that. And if you did, then it is what it is, bro. But it's unfortunate. I think that we need to conduct ourselves in a better way. You don't speak badly on your teammates. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Especially when you played terrible last season.
Even if you play great. Even if you
I know it's still not right. It's still not right. But for me, at least, like, if you're gonna talk down to somebody, at least be like at their level or better. Like, how are you? For me, it just blows my mind that you're gonna talk bad about somebody who played better than you. Like, who are you to talk bad about somebody? It just makes no sense to me. Like, are you delusional?
From all the years that we watched the NFL and Falcons football, has there anything from any player happen like of this magnitude from any? What was the last time you ever heard of any player doing this, going at the fans, going at the organization that they previously played for after they just left the organization, or players holding bad blood within the team? Like, who else has that ever happened in the Falcons organization?
I'm sure it's happened everywhere. You just don't hear about it. The problem with social media is the world is a fishbowl. So anything that is done, it's going to get eyes all over the place. And I think Elijah is going to regret this. But again, guys, we don't crap on our teammates. We don't do that. I got some, I've worked at a million places. I'm not going to crap on them because I may have to go back. I haven't liked everybody that I worked with. They'll never know because I'm not going to talk about it because I may have to work with them again.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you got to be professional. You have to. This is so unprofessional. This is backyard bush league elementary school BS.
3 players he's called out now. He's called out Mooney, who now plays for the Giants. He calls out Kyle Pitts, who just got franchise tag from the Falcons, and he laughs and jokes about James Pierce Jr. possibly going to jail. What Elijah is trying to say here: if he's not in jail, if he's not in prison. This is not
Sounds
what
like
I was
he's
expecting
got
to
latent
hear.
hostility toward the players.
It seems like whatever happened within the organization, he wasn't even here on like a 5-year deal or a 10-year deal. He was here for 1 year, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he was here previously.
It sounds like you got some anger. To me, it sounds like you got some anger toward the players because you're shooting straight, and it has nothing to do with them. Right. Your interaction between this fan had nothing to do with them.
Didn't he have the most false starts in the league this past season?
Probably did.
I believe he was one of the second most penalized.
He may have been up there at holding as well. I mean, I don't know, but it's unfortunate, man. It is
tough.
Unfortunate.
That's tough, man. But here's the funny thing.
If you're watching, Elijah, please reply to my DM because I don't understand why you reply to everybody else but mine. So he clearly just wants to argue with people. I actually message him in a respectful way. So maybe only if you come at him sideways, then he replies to you. So
hey, as you see, Smooth C, MacTown Dirty, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, Antonio Henderson, Jonathan Bell, a lot of Falcon fans in the chat, Smooth C and Silko, seeing everybody. Keep hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. We're gonna spend a couple more minutes here as I pull up some of these comments and then what he said to the fan, as we have one of the posts that was reposted here on social media. Smooth C said this will follow him to his new team and the rest of his career. It should be addressed by the Shield, which is funny Ike Solid in the chat with the what it do. Kerry, this is funny. As you see, Smooth C
What up,
says
Ike?
it should be addressed by the Shield. The Falcons, I don't think they was on social media that day when they posted an hour after this was going down. Thank you, Elijah Wilkinson, on their Twitter page.
Yeah, you see my comment
And
under
the fans quickly responded. You guys can see it. I want to make sure everybody can see it
Where's
here.
Carrie's comment?
Carrie's first comment, 817 what's that, likes or hearts right there. Everybody loves what Carrie posts. I tell y'all, go follow Carrie right here on social media. Carrie, how many followers you got? Like 25,000 now?
I'm trying to hit 10K because I got a Bijan Robinson jersey I want to give away when I hit 10K, but I haven't hit 10K yet, so I'm right there.
What?
Yeah, so
What?
if you guys gotta follow me, go follow me. I'm so close.
Everybody go follow Carrie. You can see Carrie Lynn XOX on what's she at? Carrie's at, oh my gosh, Carrie's at 9,959 followers. Carrie, can we borrow like a couple followers? I mean, we're almost at like 1,000 on there. You know, can we borrow a few followers?
Take them all. We can all be.
Rise Up Ryan said, "Yeah, we got to delete this." Bro Talk post the picture with the delete this holding the money.
I wrote it twice. Look, I wrote, please delete. I woke up today and I said, please delete. The other day I said, this guy called. What did I write the first time? I missed it, actually. What did I write the first comment?
I mean, the first time Kerry had put up, he called our franchise a clown show. No thanks will be given.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
not
right
giving him
after.
any
This is
thanks.
around the time. Right. He went at the fan around like 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. And then sure enough, 6:30, the Falcons posted this. They definitely wasn't following his Instagram page or what the fans were posting. JB3 says, take this down. Even Kiara, look at Kiki. What's his ad on here? She's trying to add him.
Yeah,
Junior Prescott. Y'all ain't going to take this down?
I see the social
Wisco,
media
Dirty
team.
Bird. Look at Wisco. He said, nah, F this guy.
Yeah, because why would you
Go
want
Carrie.
to thank the guy that's giving your team, he's bashing your franchise and calling you guys a clown show after you gave him an opportunity? Nah, there's no thanks to be given there. I'm sorry. I'm not being the bigger person giving this guy thanks because I see our social media team likes to be petty. Where was the thank you Kirk Cousins post? So you
They
want
did
to be
not
petty,
put
then
up
they
a
need
thank
to,
you
they need
Kirk
to delete
Cousins
this.
post.
No, they didn't. So they need to delete this. I'm gonna just keep spamming them. You need to delete this, man.
JJ the Cuz says delete. Man has taken shots at James Pierce Jr. and the whole organization as a whole. You see the Grub God. Thank you, man. F that Joker. As you can see, some of the posts that people are posting on the page. I'm sure Falcon social media did not know what was going on. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, it gets worse and worse as you keep going down into the chat. You can see right here some of the posts that he put up too. I mean, y'all are so pressed. Y'all made a group chat. Somebody made a group chat and added him to a group chat on Instagram, or is that Twitter? Oh God! Somebody put him in a group chat. Look, somebody told him to send the address. Oh my God! Fans trying to win the petty war. They're like, send the Addy.
People have too much time on their hands, man.
Where you at, Elijah? Send the Addy. They called him King Penalty. Props for him for trying, but he was the weakest link in 2025. He's a B. Hope you sign with somebody we see every year. So Hunt. Oh my gosh! Every comment that is on the Falcons post under the thank you Elijah post from the Falcons. Oh my gosh! What is? Oh my!
They need to delete it already. Seriously. And you know who I feel bad for the most is Tyler Algier, because I hope and pray that Elijah Wilkinson is not starting next season, and our guy Tyler Algier has to have him for the run game and for protection, because I feel bad for him if that's true.
Somebody commented, did he false start sending the post?
He probably did. Dude, you've been in the league, 10 years? You're going into year 10, and you're the most penalized false start guy, second most false start guy in the league? Come on now. You don't got the snap count downs 9 years into the league? Come on now. I'm sorry.
That is tough, Falcon fans.
Put me in. I'll have less false starts than this guy.
Oh my gosh. Gary,
I won't get the quarterback killed.
Oh, I see his name right here too, as well as on Twitter. At this point, Kerry T. Will, is it even worth posting what he said to the fans? Because we have the whole thread of everything. It's not even worth it. Okay. We'll just move on from there because
Myles Garrett.
what happened?
I said I did, but I just retweeted our guy Myles Garrett. I said a third string player bashing former teammates in an organization that gave him a chance. And then I put up the Matt Ryan meme where Matt Ryan's standing there with the hat on and he's putting his middle finger by his cheek.
Oh, right. That's
I love that meme.
I love that gif. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're just going over some of the comments that were made from fans to Elijah Wilkinson, and of course his response to as well. Dirty Birds in the chat. It's great to have you all here. Rozzy, Ike Solid, Eric Mack in the chat with the So Unprofessional, Mactown Dirty, Smooth C, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. Content creators are here in the chat. Make sure you guys go follow Atlanta Falcons Fandemic too as well. Georgia Texas Boy is in the chat. Make sure you guys go follow Georgia Texas Boy on social media. He has a lot going on in his world. Make sure you guys go check out his channel too as well. Does talk Falcons football. So you guys want to make sure you go hit that like, share, and subscribe over there. Yeah, and of course for us here at One Time for the Fan, go ahead and get it out there. Tell your Falcons friends and tell your Falcons family we are live. Got about another 10 or 15 minutes or so here on the channel. So we'll definitely finish this up the right way. And Falcon fans know that we are here talking Atlanta Falcons football. T-Will. The Atlanta Falcons had a very good free agency so far.
I would agree.
Who knows?
I would agree.
T-Will says he agrees, so that means we can move on with not really giving our grades. We just know that T-Will agrees with it. Kerry agrees with it. I definitely agree with it too as well. On One Time for the Fan.
Yeah,
T-Will, free agency for the Atlanta Falcons brought in some players, filled some positions that we definitely needed to go forward and start building back this depth, start getting the roster together, because it is March 15th. So, of course, we have April, we have May, we have June, we have July, we have August. So we're down to like 5, close to 6 months before the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
And Falcon fans would love to know what direction we are heading coming up when it comes to the rest of the free agency period and it comes to the rest of the NFL offseason. Of course, the draft too as well. Big shout out to Falcoholic Kevin for posting this too as well. I'm sure fans see the names and, see the moves made by the Atlanta Falcons. But, T-Will, we signed a kicker in free agency.
And a punter.
Signed a punter in free agency. So we're 1 for 1 in the special teams department, right? Offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. Brought in an offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Brought in a quarterback, too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brought in 2 wide receivers.
Yep. 2 tights.
Brought in 2 tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
2 linebackers.
Yep.
3 edge rushers.
Yep.
And, of course, with the re-signs and the signings, we brought in 4 defensive tackles.
Mm-hmm.
1 corner, too, as well as we re-signed Natron Brooks. Big shout out to Team Glow. D offered. He's on his way to Buffalo. $10 million guaranteed, $21 million for the contract. T-Will, 4 D tackles, 3 edges, 2 linebackers, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 quarterback, 1 offensive lineman, 1 cornerback, 1 punter, 1 kicker. We have a lot of free agency space. What's up, T?
And a partridge and a pear tree.
And a partridge and a pear tree. We have a lot of space too as well in the cap. I believe we're over 15 million still, T-Will. Still cooking on some stuff.
Yep.
We can bring in some more players. I don't think we I think we have like close to 22 or 23 spaces still available. I'm waiting for Scott Karasik to post that. Big shot to 21 carry. She's back in the chat. But T-Will, just looking at these moves that we've made so far, if the Falcons are done via free agency, somebody's got some echo in the background. If the Falcons are done in free agency, T-Will, what do you think we're going to do when it comes to the draft. We got a kicker, we got a punter, we got a corner, we got an offensive lineman, we got one quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, another 2 linebackers, 3 edge, and 4 defensive tackles. If you're sitting there in the second round, T-Will, right now, if your free agency is done and you're sitting there in the second round of the NFL draft, what are you going to do, T-Will?
Well, Ian said he's all about the trenches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure it's either a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman, whichever. Could be an offensive tackle. Could be a nose tackle. Could be another defensive end. But I think you're probably looking at offensive or defensive line in the second round. Third round, maybe you look at a receiver. Maybe you look at another safety. Maybe you look at another corner. These would be the positions I'd be looking at. We've signed a bunch of defensive linemen, and we have defensive linemen that were injured last year and are coming back. You could see somebody go out and get a few more linebackers. That wouldn't hurt to go and get a linebacker. I mean, what Ulbrich did say that you need 2 or 3 to replace Caden Ellis. So, maybe they draft some linebackers. Those are my thoughts. What are yours, Jack? What are you thinking here as far as the draft is concerned?
Well, Falcon fans, you see Smooth C's chat. Big shout out to Fandemic. Big shout out to everybody talking Falcons football in here. Eric Mack too as well. Smooth C says, reports say that we are not done with free agency yet. What other moves would you make? You got April Thomas in here too as well. Big shout out to April Thomas. And D. Craig's in the chat. He says, sorry, I know I haven't been in a while, but I work night shift currently and in order to catch the show. Big shout out to D. Craig in the chat too as well. Looking at the free agency, T-Will, even with the comment that Smooth C said that they're not done with free agency, we're talking about just March 15th right now, where we could possibly be going in the draft. Seeing that we have 4 D tackles that we brought in. Of course, we resigned Lakel London too as well. 3 edge rushers, 2 linebackers.
And you got Bryce.
Braylon Trice.
I'm sorry, Braylon. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Braylon Trice and Dorless, right?
Right. Still got Braylon Trice. Of course, Dorless is there too as well. Trice is one to watch for because he's coming back from the injury.
Yep.
I don't know what they're going to do with Zach Harrison too as well.
Forgot about him. Yeah.
That could be a name to watch for.
It's going to be a lot of competition, man. It's going to be a lot of competition in that.
T-Will, we're going to have to be there more than one day for the training camp because the camp competition battle is going to be heating up.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing. If we're going off of March 15th, and don't forget, T-Will, pro days are going on. Matt Ryan and Mohamed Sanu showing up to the Georgia Tech pro day.
Mm-hmm.
Could they be watching Harvey, the cornerback? Could they be watching the offensive lineman from the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets? Who were Matt Ryan and Mohamed Sanu up there for? We do not know as yet. Of course, they're just taking their notes. They're going around the different pro days. But to see Matt Ryan and Mohamed Sanu show up to pro day for Georgia Tech says a lot. So, Falcon fans, here is something. March 15th, if I was in the draft room with the Falcons right now and I'm looking at who we could possibly sign, yes, they're going to make some more moves. But just looking at it, and this is March 15th, Falcon fans. This is March 15th here on One Time for the Fan. Something is telling me, just from looking at the moves we have made, and don't yell at me, don't scream at me, don't say, Jack, you can't say that. It's March 15th. Of course, next week they can go sign a bunch of different names during the week and it can change everything. But from right now, Falcon fans, look at some of the names that we have signed, the deals that they are on to as well. A lot of prove-it deals that have came in the building the past couple of days. Something is telling me, T. Will. Don't be surprised. March 15th. I keep saying that because anything can happen. T. Will, anything can happen this week. I don't want fans coming at me. Something is telling me on day 2, the Falcons could possibly draft a wide receiver or a corner. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I'm just saying.
To be honest with you, the Falcons could trade Pitts. That could
happen this week, and it can change everything. I'm saying March 15th. I'm looking at what I'm seeing right now through free agency. Draft I'm just looking at the draft through free agency.
You mean in April? The draft is in April, right?
Right. The draft is in a month from a month and a couple of days from today.
Okay.
But looking at who they brought in, who would be my third option? An offensive lineman. It's the second round. It's a day 2. But right now, Olamide Zaccheaus, Dotson, Drake London.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something is telling me it could be a wide receiver or a corner that they select on the day 2 pick. Can you still go out and get an offensive lineman or defensive tackle or defensive lineman on day 2, day 3? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at their first pick in day 2. If they don't trade, well, of course, if they trade back, they're going to collect some extra picks. But I'm thinking right now, from what I'm looking at here, a wide receiver or a corner would be fitting right here for the Falcons. Billy Bowman coming back from injury, which he's going to be on the field playing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the status of Clark Phillips long term. Natron Brooks being re-signed to the 1-year deal.
This regime didn't draft Clark Phillips, right?
Yeah, we did. No, not this regime. No, that was Terry Fontenot.
He may not even be here.
And in that case right there, how far does it go with where Clark Phillips is going to go? We haven't heard no news about him. Right. Kobe Bryant is a name to watch for too as well. I mean, he did come up, make some noise last year too as well with the Falcons. I'd love to see Kobe back out here with the team. But there's going to be a battle in some of these departments where it's like Dotson and Olamide Zaccheaus, they're on prove-it-year deals too as well. These are not long-term. They didn't sign them to 3-4-year deals. These guys got to come in here and make some noise.
Right.
But you can sign a wide receiver in the second round on day 2, knowing you don't have to pay him for a couple of years too as well, and it's not going to be some expensive major contract. Your next major payday is Bijan Robinson and Drake London, outside of Kyle Pitts or whatever they want to do with him. Right. But sitting at the projected cap next year of over 90 plus, over maybe 100 million plus, oh, we're going to be cooking with fish grease next year. So this year, I would love for them to trade back, collect some more value. And it's just like you guys have played Madden before, right? These type of moves that they do in the draft. If you trade your 46 pick back to a team at 53, it's not a 1-for-1. It doesn't work like that. You got to give us something else outside of that 1-for-1 to make us feel good. And the Jets might say, hey, we want to move up to 46. The Broncos might say we want to move back up to 46. And if you have two teams saying we'll give you 52 for 46, we'll give you 56 for 46, what else do you have to offer us? We want the best deal on the table so that way we can trade these picks. You can go get these guys. I saw today Charles Davis doing his mock draft. Some of these names that we're calling for amongst the fan base might be going in the late first rounds. I would love for Lee Hunter to end up on a day 2 pick, but Lee Hunter came from a very good Texas Tech team. Same as the young man from Florida State. That's a big diamond in the rough on the inside. But these guys are, as it gets closer to draft day, they're moving up this draft board. I'd love to see some of these players there. But I'm just thinking, T. Will, wide receiver or corner just off of it. One punter resigned, one kicker resigned, one corner, offensive lineman, one, quarterback, one, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 linebackers, 3 edge, 4 D tackles. They can make news this week. They can make some more noise. But if you're telling me right now, March 15th, Jack, who you think we're going to draft next month? I'm looking at a wide receiver or a corner. That's what I'm looking at.
You mean April?
And April, yeah.
I'm saying March.
T. Will, Any thoughts on the
I have
free agency that we got?
I have no idea who we're drafting, man. I that's going to be a part of the fun of it. But we could count, again, Kerry said this a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But the more I think about it, you could sign Kyle, and you could go get David Njoku, another tight end, pay him less, and you may be able to get a first round pick for Kyle. You may. If a team gets desperate enough, and then you got a first round pick for this draft, and then you can trade back in the second round and get more picks. What would you say if I told you we trade Kyle for a first round pick in this year's draft? Would you do it? Would you do it?
All right, respectfully. And there's some people that may agree or disagree. And that's why we value everybody's opinion here on One Time for the Fan.
Mm-hmm.
See Craig in the chat, he said, oh, yeah, and F. Ellis for going to the Dirty Water Aints. Sheesh. Craig is back.
What up, Craig?
Big shout out to Craig. What up, Craig?
Craig?
Looking at this offense, T. Will. Notice I said offense and not defense, not special teams.
Mm-hmm.
If there truly is an open competition at QB, we don't know who the QB is going to be. If there truly is. And it's funny too, we saw a stat the other day. The Falcons are 41-60, I think, in their past 8 seasons or 6 seasons. And Tua is 44-32. Tua has a better record than the Falcons in the past 6 seasons.
I didn't know that.
If there is an open competition at QB, we still need to surround whoever is the starting QB with what, T. Will? Starts with a W. Weapons. That's the other key word of the day, T. Will. Not gratitude, but just
Weapons.
I love to see the Falcons sign Austin Hooper. I'm telling you the truth. I was a big Austin Hooper fan coming out of Stanford years ago when the Falcons brought him in during the draft when he first started his NFL career. Even when I was back at training camp during those times, I talked to Austin Hooper when he was walking over to sign the autographs. I said, Austin, what is one of the hardest things that you had to deal with from coming from college into the NFL? And he looked at me and he said, the playbook. It's totally different. I remember that because that's kind of the only one of the interactions I had with Austin Hooper during that camp. When he came over to sign an autograph, and I still got the picture of me and Austin Hooper too as well. Big shout out to Austin Hooper. He's a fan-friendly type of guy. So you guys, when you guys go to training camp, make sure you get your autographs from Austin Hooper. But T. Will, right now, as you look at this Falcons offense, you got Bijan Robinson. That's a weapon. You got Drake London. That's a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
T. Will, when Drake London got injured last year for a couple games, of course, Mooney was also banged up too as well. We leaned a lot on Bijan Robinson. But who else did we also lean a lot on?
Kyle Pitts.
Some fans are not too excited about the Dotson move and the Olamide Zaccheaus move because they felt like we could have been more splashier.
Nah, we didn't have the money. Specifically because you gotta re-sign Drake.
Right.
You gotta re-sign Drake.
London. Bijan Robinson.
So if you re-sign Bijan and you re-sign Drake, where does that leave Kyle?
Right.
That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm saying if you're gonna re-sign Drake. And it's going to be interesting because if they do re-sign him for $20 million, I promise you Drake is going to get every bit of $33 million.
Right.
Every bit of 33.
Drake deserves every bit of whatever contract the Falcons give to him respectfully.
What does that leave for Bijan?
Right. And don't forget, T. Will, we are sitting pretty good next year. Ham, eggs, and cheese too as well. We're sitting really good next year.
I get it, but I don't know, man. Look, I'm Falcon down, and for me, it's all about the name on the front. So I'm with them either way. But it's a thought, man. Like, if you sign Kyle.
Here's the thing about the Kyle situation, T. Will. Is it necessary? Who in the first round is worth the first round pick right now to trade a weapon like Kyle Pitts? You finna trade Kyle Pitts to go sign David Njoku?
Yeah,
you gonna trade Kyle Pitts to go bring in?
You could draft someone.
What tight end in the first round is worth the pick right now versus Kyle Pitts?
Depends on what they're looking at, man. If you're looking at defense or offense, but the bottom line is the draft is economical talent for 5 years.
We need people to move the chains, T. Will. I've seen Kyle Pitts in those situations. He is not a bad tight end for fans that are saying, okay, they saw him slouch off a couple years.
Is he worth $20 million though?
I understand the contract, and I'm not going against that.
I'm just asking, is he worth $20 million? And maybe we don't even have to answer it. It's more so a question. Look, either way, whether they keep him or trade him, I'm with him either way. I'm simply saying with the upcoming contracts of Drake and Bijan, it's something to think about. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did it. I'm not saying they should. I'm just throwing it out there.
Are we leaning? This is a question for you, T. Will, in the chat. Are we leaning more so on we're expecting Kyle to break the bank during this period right here? Or is Kyle could be working on a fan-friendly deal, team hometown-friendly deal because he really wants to be here as an Atlanta Falcon?
I don't get hometown-friendly deal from Kyle.
Okay.
I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. I don't. And if I'm wrong, God bless me and keep me. I don't get for anybody. For Kyle. I think, yeah, Kyle loves football, but Kyle's also about his money. That's just the vibe I get. So I don't think he would take a discount. I think he's going to get every bit of $20 million. So if you're looking at Bijan getting what, 26? What did what's his name get for Philly?
Gibbs?
No.
Oh, Saquon Barkley?
What's his name get for Philly?
Saquon Barkley got paid.
Yeah, what'd he get?
I don't remember the contract. I'm not too much of a Philly guy. But if you want to pull that up, T. Will's good on this stat tracking and finding up some numbers here. Craig in the chat, I believe they are waiting for a better trade package.
He's getting about $20 million a year. $20 million a year.
Okay.
Signed a 2-year, $41.2 million contract extension. Okay, let me look at the details. But what's the value?
You do have the money to pay Bijan off of next year's cap, though.
So it looks like he's getting $20 million. So 20 for Bijan, 20 for Kyle, 33 for Drake. That's what, $63 million?
You know how they're going to work out these deals, though, T. Will. Of course, with guarantees and extensions and all this other type of stuff. You know what happens in years from now, too, as well. They become in cap hell. They're going to go back and say, hey, you guys want to restructure real quick? So at the beginning, base salary of what they're going to be getting, I can see Bijan eating up some of the cap next year. Not too much, but we're going to have money to cook next year.
Yeah.
You're going to have money. This year, T. Will, a little bit difficult to give Drake that type of contract. Give Bijan that type of contract.
Oh, you couldn't give it to him this year.
If we are truly projected over $100 million next year, T. Will, do you know what type of cooking we're doing? We're talking about fish, man. We're talking about goddamn steaks, man. We're talking about ribs, man. We're talking about what else you like to eat over there, T. Will? I know you got some stuff. Rasta pasta. We're talking about some things that
love it.
We can enjoy next year and say, wow, the fans really got what they wanted. You can go sign some big name free agents. You can go sign a big name safety if Jesse Bates is gone. And that's another thing fans might look to as well. Let's just say Jesse Bates balls out this year and goes crazy. Do we resign Jesse Bates?
Does Jesse Bates want to stay with us?
Don't take us to the playoffs, Kevin Stefanski, because that's a question he's gonna have to answer. I still think he's top 5 in the league, Jesse Bates.
Oh yeah, the safety, yeah, no doubt about it. I don't know how he feels about staying with us. You know, that's why Raheem just really, you wasted 2 years of premium talent. Like, this team was good enough to go and at least make a playoff, and you wasted 2 years on just foolishness. And it's disappointing. But anyway, I'm not gonna. Hey, it is what it is. You got to turn the page.
I'll end that part with this because you did ask the question about Kyle Pitts. I would like to see Kyle Pitts stay here because of the fact that we do need weapons to move the chains. We read over the numbers previously about Kyle Pitts' numbers, almost gracing 1,000 yards last year with 2 different quarterbacks. Had Matt Ryan the first year of his career hitting over 1,000. Of course, he battled the injury too as well. Came into Arthur Smith's offense where even Arthur Smith wasn't even trying to use him like that. And of course, Jonnu Smith being on the other side. You gotta remember the play. They went from tight end 2 trying to throw the ball to tight end 3. That was the offense we was dealing with. Even looking at Zach Robinson's offense too as well, they didn't make him a major target. So Falcon fans, for me personally, I see T-Will. For me personally, keep Kyle Pitts here. If the contract is right, if you can't, you trade him, let him go, then we move on from it. It is what it is. Falcon fans, let's get ready to wrap this show up here. We're having a great time talking Falcons football. As we bring in some of the rest of these comments, we'll do some questions from the chat so we can wrap this up. A quick Huddle House. No, I'm giving them a shout out. A quick Waffle. Oh my gosh. A quick Waffle House moment, man.
Wow.
Questions from the chat. We'll do a quick questions from the chat as we get ready to wrap this thing up here. Quick hot take for everybody. Falcons Fandemic podcast content creator right here. Make sure you guys follow his channel.
What up, Cowboy?
Cowboy. He said, hey guys, so we planning to move on from JPJ with the edge rushers we've brought in. Personally, for me, I think they're planning on looking at maybe a suspension for through the NFL with JPJ. Moving on from JPJ right now, every day is kind of questionable for me. One day it's yes, the next day it's no. Another report comes out it's yes. Charges dropped over here, it's no. He's still on the team. Maybe they're waiting for the contract numbers or whatever to void and all this stuff from the NFL. For me, it's like 6'7", I guess is the UIN say. I'm just leaning toward a suspension, you know. And T-Will, we've seen this in the past where you sign players and it doesn't mean they automatically make the 53, right? Or they pass the evaluation test of the Atlanta Falcons, right? Players go on. Some players can get injured in training camp. Some players can lose their competition battle to other players. They go draft guys who ends up beating out other guys in competition battles. And the next thing you know, you're sitting there like, hey, man, we could use a JPJ, which I told y'all. And as soon as he's released, T-Will, as soon as he's released, guess what Jerry Jones going to do?
Come on down here, buddy.
Come on down here to Dallas there, buddy.
Come on down here. Come on.
We know what you did off the field, but it matters about what you do on the field in Dallas.
And y'all going to be sitting there saying, you know what? We could have kept him. The Cowboys picked him up. The Eagles picked him up. The 49ers picked him up. It's possible. So I'm also not leaning toward what he did was right. Don't quote me for that. But I'm waiting for the NFL. Just like Ian Cunningham. Matter of fact, T-Will, we're going to take the stance that Ian Cunningham said. We're not going to comment on an ongoing investigation right now until everything is settled. So, T-Will, your thoughts on what Cowboys said?
That's tough, man. I don't think so. You know, so look, the biggest barrier he was facing was the cop assault charge. Now that that's dropped, you're probably going to get everything else pleaded down. And I don't think they are. I mean, we know he's going to get suspended, but moving on from him, I don't know, man. I think if they were going to do it, they'd have done it.
I'm leaning toward what T was saying right here. Mac
If they were going to do it, they'd have done it. They haven't done it, so he may play in 2026. He may.
D-Led speaking to the great Myles Garrett the other day says possible that he could be playing in 2026 too as well. So Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Mactown Dirty quickly said, where does Joshua Simons fit in at tight end? That's a guy that we've talked about randomly here on the channel. That's a camp situation, right? I know he was brought in through undrafted free agents last year. If the Falcons need a tight end to help move the chains in the right direction, we haven't seen much of Joshua Simmons. That is a camp guy for me, where it's like we have to see what he has to do. Those are the guys when you're out there on the practice field and you see the first team over here and the second team over here and the third team over here. He's got to find his way to get to that left field, right? If you're watching the hill, that first field that's closer to the locker room, that's where the starters are. That field that's over here to the right, that's where the second and third team guys are. He's got to find a way to make his way over here to this field, right? And I don't know too much about Joshua Simons outside of his college career, but we haven't seen him in the NFL. And he could be a plug-and-play guy when Kevin Stefanski has his office. He does like tight ends. He's probably going to give a look at Joshua Simmons, but he has to find his way over here with the starters before we can even assume that he could be a starter. T. Will, any thoughts about Joshua Simmons?
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know, man. He could fit in. I mean, we know that Stefanski loves him some tight ends, so I'm not going to say he can't, but I mean, are you getting rid of Pitts for Simmons?
That's a tough question right there. Are you getting rid of Pitts for Simmons? The numbers that Pitts have put up, what Pitts has done here in Atlanta, to go get a guy that you haven't seen play yet on the field. Cap for Life is in the chat. He's a Dolphins fan. It's a Dolphins fan here. You guys are toast. You better get a true O-line. Cap for Life says, I don't want to hear jack about your O-line being top 10. Y'all lost to the Panthers twice. Tua, is our offensive line, even though we lost to the Panthers twice, are they better than the Dolphins' offensive line?
I would think so.
I would think so, too. I would think
I'm sure there's a stat somewhere. Let's see.
Please, T. Will, let's go look for it. Cap for Life says Tua has also 44-plus interceptions and 20-plus fumbles, 120 touchdowns with a 94 career passer rating through 70 starts, 44-32 record. Cap for Life, he tried his best to help you guys. Is it the coaching outside of Tua, Cap for Less? And don't forget, I'm not capping here for Tua. I haven't seen him play under a Falcons uniform. I know whatever the Falcons decided to do this offseason was to bring in Tua, not only on a friendly contract because he's on the vet minimum. You guys paid him almost $100 million, didn't you? Obviously, you guys saw something there. But Cap for Life, I'm glad you're here. This is our first Dolphins fan in the chat. Hey, T-Will, big shout out to Cap for Life. Our first Dolphins fan.
What's up, man? What's up?
Big shout out to Cap for Life. Cap, if you want to talk Falcons football or talk NFC football or just NFL football, we'll be glad to have you. You know, he says Tua is a ticket.
According to this, I'm looking at the Dolphins were like right above us. So, okay. Right. I mean, literally right above us.
Did they have a Bijan Robinson on the Dolphins?
I don't think they did. No, sir.
They did not.
I don't think they had a Kyle Pitts either.
They did not.
Yeah, I don't think they did. So, you know.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. He said time bomb. Get the ticking time bomb. Cap for Life is in the chat. It's good to see a Dolphin fan in here. Hey, we welcome everybody's opinions here about the Atlanta Falcons. So definitely pull up, talk some Falcons football with us. DJ Biggs is in the chat too as well. Jahan Dots was a splash. Big shout out to DJ Big too as well. Drake has always been producing regardless of the quarterback, unlike Pitts. Okay. Craig is not also the biggest Pitts fan too as well in the chat. So
no, he is
fans
not.
That do know.
Probably should have led with that. Hey, Jack, unfortunately, man, I got to drop.
Okay.
I got to go make the world safe for, wireless customers everywhere. But, hey, everybody in the chat, thank you guys for joining. We enjoy talking Falcons with y'all so much, man. Really do appreciate the support. And, hey, man, we got nothing but love for everybody up in here. Go Falcons. Want to thank God for waking me up this morning. Hey, you can find me here Wednesday nights, Sunday nights, and Friday mornings. Sometimes, if Jack is up. Just kidding. Sometimes. But, hey, one time for the fan. Let's get it. You can also find me at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Say again, the number For My ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. We got a show tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. And if you're into movies and TV, you can check me out at For My ATL Movies, the number For My ATL Movies on YouTube as well. You guys have an amazing day. Mr. Jack Spade, thank you for all that you do, brother, and have done. Have a great day. Good night,
Let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to your brother too, right there.
And Eric Parker, shout out, brother. How you doing? Hopefully all is well. Well, he'll be on the show tomorrow. But Eric Parker, shout out to you.
I'd love to have a chat with Eric, man. Eric is a good guy.
And Bodie, I'm sorry. What were you saying about Eric? Sorry.
Before you go, love to have a chat with Eric. He's a good guy, right?
Yes, he is.
So big shout out to Eric Parker, LBB. I'll definitely be tuned in tomorrow night to watch the show. But once again, major shout out to Eric Parker. If you guys know Eric Parker, make sure you guys go follow Eric and talk Falcons football with him. He's going to be on For My ATL Sports with Carrie and Terry tomorrow night. So please check that show out. And keep running up those comments, likes, and subscribers, man. It's going down in a major way. T-Will, thank you for everything, brother.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody.
T-Will is going to hop off. I'm going to finish up the rest of the show here. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Cap for Life said, y'all need Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. That would be a solid pickup right there, too, as well. Kenyon Sadiq is a solid player. I saw his 30 for 32 as well, about where he came from, a small town, and going out there and being in, playing high school football, and then, of course, going over to Oregon to where he made a major splash for himself. Big Low Country Sports. Big shout out to Big Low. I just saw your text, too, as well, man. I've been going through my phone and missed that text right there, man. But Big Low is going to join us tonight, too, as well. He'll definitely be available for another day this week. We'd love to have Big Low on. He talks Falcons football in the Falcons way that I'm sure you guys are going to really enjoy. Big Low Country Sports, man. So big shout out to him too as well. Cap Life is in here. He's going at Falcon fans. Cap, just remember to say Falcons podcast. So a lot of the people you're talking to are Falcon fans in the chat. Not too many Panther fans. Might have one or two. Couple of Bucks fans, here and there. But even for the Bucks fans and the Panthers fans who are our rivals, when they come in here, we joke and we might have a little roast here and there, but they understand NFC South football. They understand Falcons football, and even with their respected fan base, they don't come over here with the bashing and stuff, right? So big shout out to Cap. I know you're in the chat. But remember, you are talking to a lot of Falcon fans in the chat who truly believe in this team, who truly believe in this offense and this defense. And, of course, a lot of players such as Bijan Robinson, such as A.J. Terrell, such as Drake London. And, of course, this newly built coaching staff that we have after Raheem and Terry. So, I know you're probably a diehard Dolphins fan down there in Miami. But just remember what we're doing here in Atlanta, too, as well. DJ Bates in the chat said big splashes. D Craig's over here. Cap for Life says, sounds like y'all are content with tanking. I don't feel like we're tanking this year. Cap for Life. And I can't see are those all Dolphins on your profile picture? Cap for Life says, sorry, Bijan's going to walk if y'all depending on Tua. Now, that's not happening, Cap for Life. We're set with over $100 million in cap space next year. Come on, man. Hey, Cap for Life said, just subscribe. We're going to have fun this season, y'all. We don't play the Dolphins. Now, is Cap for Life in here because of Tua? Because he's upset that Tua couldn't get the job done? Don't forget, Falcon fans, every single year, you bring in players and quarterbacks, you draft guys who you expect to take you to the next level. And then when they don't take you to the next level, they get the Desmond Ridder treatment. They get the Elijah Wilkerson treatment. I was excited too when Ridder told me and other fans, I'm going to take y'all to us. They're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. I was over there. That boy good. It never happened. Do I hate him for that? No. We move on from that. We just move on from that, Falcon fans. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. Kenyon Sadiq is absolutely worth it all facets of the game. Hey, look, you see Cap for Life? You got a Falcon fan that agrees with you. Kenyon Sadiq, I think, is a solid player. I was really big on Oregon's offense last year. There was a man. Talk about some diamonds on that team over there. Number one, Oregon's been around for a while. Everybody loves the Oregon Ducks mascot. And then, of course, their uniform gear. Their uniforms are outrageous every single year. Nike hooks these guys up all the time. They always bring out a different set every single game. Oregon's been like that for a while. But then again, they also have some really fast, talented, physical players that seem to put Oregon back in the mix of the college football national playoffs run every year. Right. And of course, I think they got that coach that came from Georgia, too, as well. So he's trying to do the best he can to turn the organization around. But we are dog fans over here, Cap for Life. We are dog fans. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Maggie T said, I think he's getting a slap in a few games, suspensions only. Maggie T, big shout out to Maggie T. Make sure I go follow Maggie T. Lady Birds of AFN, Maggie T Productions, AFN in the building. She does a great job talking Falcons football. She has a lot of breakdowns that she's been putting out too as well on her channel. So make sure y'all go follow Maggie T. She's been a guest on this podcast before too as well. I think we told Maggie it would be like a 30-minute podcast, and we ended up talking for more than 2 hours. So we love Maggie T here on the channel. Big shout out to Maggie T. D. Craig's in the chat said JPJ still has, I think, 2 or 3 felonies in Florida, even with the other charges getting dropped. That big charge against the police, the aggravated assault on the police officer, that's major. Now, with the other charges, if they can work those down, and this is March, so I'm guessing with the way the draft is coming up and OTAs and voluntary workouts and, of course, minicamp, I know the Falcons and their lawyers and their team is trying to do the best they can to let's wrap this up. We can't let this go down to the summer, because we need to know what we're getting ready to do, which is why I think the emphasis of bringing in a lot of these defensive line players, which, of course, players leave and players go all the time. Contavious Street left. Arnold Bicady, he's gone. What are they going to do with Leonard Floyd? Caden Ellis left. So, of course, you got to go bring in some outside linebackers, some edge rushers. It happens all the time. So they're actually doing their due diligence of just loading up on some talent that they need for next season. But the big question on the Falcons board still remains, what is going to happen with JPJ, right? And, of course, every day we get interesting news about something that's happening and charges being dropped here, or she wants to put a restraining order on this young man now. And then, of course, we hope that the body cam footage, doesn't drop the day before week 1 or something like that. But I'm sure that's going to come out. Hearing that the prosecutors saw the body cam footage already and feel like it wasn't useful in the felony charge against the police officer, that is something I think that's important to watch. How far, how much of this body cam are we going to see where, of course, he was getting tackled and taken down by 5 or 6, 7, 8 officers. We did see that. There's probably going to be some ring cameras and some other stuff. We keep hearing reports about it's been going back since November and January and all this other stuff. So he has a lot to deal with, right? And like Ian Cunningham said, we're not going to comment on this ongoing investigation until everything is wrapped up. I know fans are hearing about it. If we get breaking news or anything else that's interesting or new here during the offseason news and updates, we will update you all here on One Time for the Fan of what we believe is happening in that situation. But of course, we are not the detectives. We are not the lawyers. We are not the Falcons lawyers or their team representatives in any way or manner. So like Maggie T said, it could be a slap of a few games. I think a lot of fans are, their blood pressure is still up here when dealing with the JPJ situation. But now is weeks and things, days, minutes, hours, everything's starting to play out. You're kind of like, man, this kid, man, he needs a little help on the outside. He needs some mentors. He needs some people there in his life. He needs Jesus. But I keep saying it, man. He gets released, another team's going to pick him up and not give a damn about what he did in Miami that day. And I know some fans want him gone. I know some fans want him out of here. I'm not putting football over it because football is only, 3-4 months out the year for some fans. Some of these players, they work out. You saw D'Alford's videos and all these other people. They're in the gym since January. It's a year-round thing for these players. For some of these fans, it's a couple months. September. They can talk Falcons off season, but September, October, November, December, January, that's their biggest times of the year. It's like, that's when we get after it. But it's possible that it could be a slap on the wrist on the situation of getting suspended a few games. Jail time is tough to say if he's going to get any. They say they come up tomorrow and say, hey, he's going to get jail time for 3, 4, 5 years. Oh, that's a totally different story. But right now, there are some fans. There are some fans, and there are some people who are believing it's going to be some light charges for this kid. He's going to get, he's going to get a chance to play in the NFL again. D. Craig's in the chat. At the very least, he'll be put on probation with some type of service and treatment. You hearing it? You hearing it? Cap for Life said, bro, what's the deal with y'all in Georgia, bro? Y'all got more than half of these Bulldogs with criminal charges. Cap for Life, is it a Georgia thing? First it's the Falcons and Tua. Then Bijan going to be walking. Then Drake London going to hate us by week 8. Now you're going to the Bulldogs. Let's not forget back-to-back national championships. And I totally understand. That the Miami Hurricanes, Cowboy, this ain't for you, so you might want to cover your ears. I totally understand that the Miami Hurricanes, if you're a Hurricane guy, Cap for Life, most Dolphins fans are Hurricane fans. I totally understand the Miami Hurricanes couldn't get the job done at home versus Fernando Mendoza and the Indiana Hoosiers. I totally understand if you have home field advantage. Majority of the fan base in the stands can't get it done on third down, trying to offset Fernando Mendoza in that Indiana offense as they scream and cheer and root for the Miami Hurricanes to get the job done. Don't forget about them back-to-back national championships about Georgia now. Cap for Life. I totally understand if Michael Irvin's been gassing y'all up all season down there in Miami, taking the show on the road, taking his belt off, trying to put belt to ass on stuff that he realized you eventually might have to play the Indiana Hoosiers at home one day for the national championship. We saw how that went. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We love talking over here, man. Ain't nothing to tell you. Craig can tell you, we joke all the time. Cap for Life. Craig can tell you, Smooth C can tell you. There's a lot of other Falcon fans, Big Little Country, Kerry. We joke all the time. So if you come here with jokes and roast and certain things that we joning on other people, that's perfectly fine, man. We do respectful jones and respectful roast out here, to a point where we all laugh and, we all enjoy the show together, But at the end of the day, we love having fun. Yeri said the Dolphins fan clearly didn't watch any Falcons game. Shaking my head. Tua's O-line in Miami got him killed. We have a way better O-line. Yuri's in the chat. VIP Yuri, man. Yuri, I think you're in Miami right now. Yuri is Mr. Miami right there. That's Mr. VIP right there. I know he's a Falcon fan, but when Yuri pulls up to Atlanta, hey, y'all already know, man. The city turns up when Yuri pulls up, man. Yuri, don't forget about Rolling Loud in Miami a couple years ago, man. We went crazy in Rolling Loud, man. Crazy. Cap said, bro, Tua tried his best to make excuses. Brian Flores was right. Cap for Life is in the chat. TJ Martin said, get out of our chat. He just subscribed to the channel. He came in here to talk. He came here to talk Tua. You know, maybe he's a Michael Penix guy. Maybe that's the burner account. I don't know. We're going to find out. He coming here with dolphin emojis. You know, he's also showing the heart emoji too as well. Talking football. You know, he's in here having a good time. A1 Forever Sports. Make sure you go follow A1 Forever. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. A1 does a good job of having breakdowns too as well. Talking some Falcons, talking good Braves, good Hawks. Big shout to Smitty over there too as well. Make sure you guys go follow these guys when they do their shows. Look, everybody. Look, everybody. Hey, look at this. Everybody come look at this. In my Kevin Hart voice. Come look at this. Cat for Life said, good show, bro. He said, good show. He said, good show. TJ Martin said, what in the world, Bo? Bigelow in here? Did we miss Bigelow comment? Is Bigelow in here? I don't think Bigelow's in here. I know he did text me too as well. We're going to get Bigelow on the channel this week, man. Bigelow is literally wrapping the corner of getting 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. This guy is doing an amazing job when it comes to content. Doing an amazing, amazing job. Yuri said, dudes love forgetting that Penix was the only QB on the roster, too. We had to sign another QB, and Tua is one of the best QBs on the market. Yuri, keep in mind that they did their homework on Kyler Murray, too, as well. They did their homework on Kyler Murray. They decided to go with Tua. Now, as I heard another content creator say, because you have quarterbacks who have been injured before in previous years multiple times, is it best to go get a third quarterback that you can hope could be a Brock Purdy in a moment if something happens? We don't want to wish and pray that it happens. Of course, Falcon fans, we don't want to see anybody get injured on this team, but it is football. Brock Purdy got his moment from being in that situation. I believe the Bengals just signed Josh Johnson. They brought him back. He's been on like 14 different teams in like the past 2 years. But he gets an opportunity to be another backup there in Cincinnati. Smooth C said Cap is a Tua fan, definitely. People who love hating on the player actually love the player. DSGB Hall said when Ritter said we're going to get a Super Bowl out of him, he was talking Madden. Oh my God.
Bruh.
Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on that one. You're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. Craig said, I'm a fan of whoever has the logo on. I got Tua's back just like Bijan. Craig. They're going to gang up on you, Craig. Not Craig. Cap for Life. They're going to gang up on you, Cap. Here come the Falcon fans. You saw what they did to Elijah. TJ Martin's in the chat. Said Miami is a horrible franchise. Gave Tua $214 million. Benched him. Then signed a backup to $67 million. Get the F on. You have bigger tuna to fry. Oh my gosh. Chat is getting active. We got a Dolphin fan in the chat. Chat is getting active. Falcons do not play the Dolphins this year, ladies and gentlemen. We do not play the Dolphins this year. D. Craig says, plus Tua always balls out in the bends, a.k.a. the natty against Georgia. And even last year, he smoked us with only one eye. 20 for 26, 200 plus, 4 TDs. And he's looking at the field like this. Oh, my gosh, Cap for Life. Is Cap for Life in Atlanta? Is he out here? Is he a Hawks fan? He said, I'm still pissed Tua got Magic City night canceled.
Bruh.
What?
Sheesh.
What? I'm still pissed Tua got Magic City night canceled. Hey, Tua ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh, yeah, hold on. He said, I want to visit Georgia. Bro, what the place? That's like Europe. Georgia? Georgia? Ain't like Europe over here, man. Maybe outside of Atlanta. I can tell you about Atlanta. I can't tell you what's going down there in Savannah and Valdosta and some of those places down there in South Georgia. Maybe Big Low Country can tell you what's going on, but I can't tell you what's going on down there. Smooth C said, "Wow, yeah, you already know what it is, man." I see Craig. I see that comment, Craig. DJ Martin, Miami been relevant since the NBA had the bubble. Sheesh.
Bruh.
Gosh, TJ, let him live, TJ. He just subscribed, man. Let the man live for a minute, TJ. TJ said, we ain't having it in this cat. TJ said, you don't see my avatar? You don't see my profile picture? What? Look at Cap for Life. He said he wants to go to Helen, Georgia. Anybody know anything about Helen, Georgia? That's down there in the country, ain't it? Country might know about that. Big Low Country. Cat for Life said it's just trolling season, y'all. He trolling. He waiting for football season to start. So he just going around the different podcasts. He see us live. He was probably watching the Oscars. Oh, look, Falcon podcast. They got Tua. We're still paying them, but they got him for $1.6 million. 13 seconds said Kenneth Walker. What we got to deal with Kenneth? We don't want no Kenneth Walker, man. Yuri says, "No, I ain't in Miami. I'll be in Dallas and Houston for the Hawks game this week, though." Hey, look, you talking about a real fan? You talking about a real fan? Yuri, did you see me the other night at the Hawks game with Travis Porter and them? Right there on the court. Shout out Travis Porter, man. Those guys so damn cool. Shout out Chico Brown, man. Them guys so cool, bro. I might be at the game tomorrow night, the Magic City game. Might pull up. It don't have to be promoted by the NBA or the Hawks to have Magic City Monday. The game's on Monday. Magic City's open. You know how we do in the A, man. You know how we do in the A. Cap said, we're going to have fun this season, y'all. TJ Martin said, that's got to be Michael Penna's burner account. Sheesh, that's tough. That's tough. Somebody go check Cat for Life's page, man. Let's check and make sure that it wasn't created 2 weeks ago. Let's just check it out. Christy Lewis said, yes, indeed. Christy Lewis, Lady Birds, her, Maggie T, Auntie Pam, the rest of the crew do a great job over there. Make sure I go hit that like, share, and subscribe button for them. Come on now, Cap. You said we need Ty Simpson or Drew Aller. I would say Taylor Green, but y'all already got Taylor Green. Come on, Cap. That's if I had two more hands, I'd give it 4 thumbs down, as Dave Chappelle would say. We don't need no Ty Simpson or Drew Aller, man. We good. Kerry said, Cat for Life, who is your team? The New Orleans Saints? Yeah, or the Aints? No, Kerry, he's a Dolphin fan. He's a Dolphin fan. Either you're watching One Time for the Fans tonight or you're watching the Oscars. Former ATL Movies in the chat. T-Will said, Michael B. Jordan wins Best Actor. He's been waiting on this moment for a long time. Big shout out to Michael B. Jordan, too. Michael B. Jordan, that movie Sinners. It's a good movie, man. That was a good damn movie. Carrie's crying in the chat. Yeah, you're making me cry. Cat, we are not going to put that comment on the screen because we do not mention that name here on the channel. Carrie said, we got the biggest trolls in the league. You don't want this smoke with the Falcon fans. Hey, we're in petty season right now, Cap. We're in petty season, chat. Let somebody else call us. Let somebody else call this fan base or this organization now. They done told Isaiah Wilkinson, pull up. What's your addy? Where you at? I'm ready to risk it all right now. F my job. You talk about these Falcons? F my job. Carrie said, you lucky you trolling us on Elijah Wilkinson night. We busy taking care of him right now. He wants all the smoke. Sheesh, that is tough. Sheesh. Carrie's in the chat. One time for the fan. Big shout out to Carrie. I love going through these comments. Yuri said Cap is on the moonshine tonight. Big Low, you hooking him up with the moonshine over there? He said he wants to go to Helen, Georgia. Big Low, there he goes right there. Hey, make sure y'all go follow this young man right here, man. That man talks Falcon football. I don't even know how he gets the chance to go over his chat. Got like 10,000 people in the chat commenting all the time. Saints fans, Falcon fans, Bucks fans. But he talks Falcons football with some of the best of them. Ride with a G. I'll show you Georgia. Cap, he said, get in the truck. Country said, boy, where you been? Pow. Remember that ATL movie? Pow. Spills the damn chocolate milk all over himself. Get in the truck, man. Take a ride with a G. Big Little Country said, I'll show you Georgia. He said, Craig said, we're gonna take Cap to Lake Lanier. We're gonna show him Lake Lanier first when he comes to Georgia. Shit. Oh gosh. Hold on. Cap, you don't want to Google Lake Lanier. Damn, Craig. Craig is in the chat. Craig is in the chat. Oh my gosh. Helen legit for Oktoberfest. Hey, look, Cap. I told you Big Little Country's here. That's somebody, you talking about the country, you talking about going outside of Atlanta. You might want to get with this brother right here when it comes to the South, when it comes to being around the country. Big Little Country, man. Say Helen legit for Oktoberfest. Cap gives his celebrations for Michael B. Jordan. He said, Michael B. is a good actor, bro. Good for him. Big shout to Cap in the chat. Gary said, courtside Jack was chilling with Travis Porter at the Hawks game last week. You know, a little something. I asked Travis Porter, I said, y'all boys want to go to Spain? Y'all don't want to go to Spain this year for the Falcon game? Don't let me get Travis Porter in Spain. I might have to reach out to them boys. Don't let me find out they're going to go to Spain this year. What size hat you wear, Jack? I don't know. This right here is it's a snap. I like wearing them snapback Falcon hats. What you trying to say something, Kerry? You trying to roast? What you trying to say? Fandemic said you might need to do your homework on your team, Cap. You'd be surprised. Make sure I go follow Fandemic too as well. All social media. D. Craig said, ever since Jack started sweeping the court at the Hawks games, they have been on a winning streak. God. Sheesh. Ever since I started sweeping the court at the Hawks games? Oh, man. Kerry said, best actor for what? I think it was probably for Sinners. I don't know what other movie it was in. Sinners was tearing up the charts last year when it came to movies. Team USA is beating Dominican Republic in the WBC semifinals. That's what's on. Okay. Baseball, USA. Okay. I saw Jeff Wolf in the chat earlier with the USA chant. Kerry said, nah, Oscars are canceled respectfully. Sheesh. Oh, did Jimmy Hardy go on that T-Will and said T-Will got off to go watch the Oscars. Oh, my God. Sheesh. Not my co-host left me to go watch in the best supporting actor in the drama series. Shit, T-Will, tell me you didn't do that. Not for my ATL movies. God, going down in a major way, man. Let's get to the rest of these comments, man. Y'all are on one tonight. I love y'all, man. Y'all are here tonight, man. It's going down. TJ said, the Oscars ain't got ish on your podcast, brother. I'd much rather be here vibing out with you, my brother. Hey, man, big shout out to TJ Martin in the chat, man. That's what I'm talking about. He said he ain't watching no Oscars. He said he don't care about who wins best drama actor in a supporting role with breakthrough performance on MTV. He don't want to hear about that. He don't care. Anthony Long's in the chat. Shout out to Anthony Long. He said, Helen is a nice place. I don't live too far from there. Falcon fans in Atlanta, Falcon fans outside of Atlanta, down in the country. We got fans here on the channel from New Zealand. Fans the other day. Remember our new subscriber the other day? He's out there in Hawaii. fans in California, fans in Scotland. Like one time for the fan, we are really getting out there. So big shout to everybody who does rock with one time for the fan. Carrie's over here with the roast. She said, when you said you were going to the Hawks game, Jack, I didn't know you meant to sweep the court. Wow, Carrie. Wow, Carrie. Even my own co-host, even my good friend Carrie is over here roasting me. Carrie, you can't do that. You can't do that, man. I had Carrie stuff on layaway. Let me go ahead and cancel it. Cat for Life said Goody Mob, bro. Oh, Cat for Life bumping the Goody Mob. Get rich to this. You do 100 on the highway. Cat for Life said love the Dungeon family, bro. Real hip hop. He's trying to get back in with Falcon fans. Here we come. There you go. He's trying to get back in with Falcon fans. Outcast. Goody Mob, Gip, Backbone. He's trying to get back in, Falcon fans. Y'all gonna let him in? He said, hey, I'm showing up to the game in my Dolphins jersey, but I'll play the Outcast at the tailgate. I'll DJ. I'll put on some real good Atlanta music for y'all. Big shout out to everybody here in the chat. He said you saw the commercial with Jay Wick and Lou Williams at Buffalo Wild Wings. The Hawks miss Lou Will. Yeah, man, Lou Will has always been, a player. And, of course, he's from the area, too, as well. So the Hawks definitely, with the Magic City thing and the Lemon Pepper Lou with the wings and all that stuff, he will forever be a Hawk in our hearts. And, of course, he's forever Atlanta. I guarantee you, Falcons go to the Super Bowl, Hawks go to the NBA championship, you'll see a person like Lou Will at the game or at the parade or that type of stuff. Atlanta lives amongst everybody once you're from Atlanta or you've even spent time in Atlanta. Atlanta's just there for you. So Lou Will is one of those people. And we respect Lou Will. Here go my boy, man. My boy T Will said, that's tough, Craig. That's tough. You called him out, Craig. That is tough. Hey, look, Cat for Life. My boy Fandemic said Helen is the place to be in the fall. He said, book it. Carrie still roasted me in the chat. Oh, Carrie said too many weirdos in Hollywood. They probably hang out with Elijah Wilkinson. Gosh, Carrie. Gosh. Uh-oh. Cat for Life is sending the invite out. He said, we got to do an open panel one day during the season, bro. I'll introduce you to all the Fins podcasters and content creators. We everywhere. Falcon fan, should I accept the invite? Is it a trap? Are they going to get me over there and just be like, hey, let's get this Jack Spade guy to talk about it too in a positive way. We hear he's a Falcon fan. And then once he talks all the positive stuff, we're going to go ahead and break him down with all the negative stuff about Tua. Is it a trap? Nah, I think Cap for Life is good, man. We can definitely do some things in the offseason, man. We have we bring a lot of special guests on here on the channel too as well. We've got a lot of content creators, a lot of podcasters, a lot of sports media that's been on the channel too as well. Had Muhammad Sanu on last year. So it'd be great. It'd be great to do that. DSGB Hall said, where's Meg from? Sheesh. Not from Macon. Sheesh. Falcon fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Carrie, I want to post that comment, but I can't post that comment. The chat can read it, but I can't put that out there. I can't put that out there. Look at y'all. Y'all following up what Carrie got to say. Look, Carrie says, shout out to the Dolphins fans. Right? Cap said, Carrie, yep, right across Hard Rock. Okay. Falcon fans, man, it's great. Talking Falcons football with you all. Had a great time here in the chat with all the fans. Great time talking Falcons football with T. Will and Carrie. Carrie stopped by for a couple minutes. And then, of course, she's back in the chat to talk Falcons football with everybody. At the end of the day, outside of Cap for Life, we are all Falcons fans. We love the Atlanta Falcons. We know what this team is capable of and what they can do. And you need to be prepared for this offseason. We're still adding some more names. As Smooth C said earlier, free agency is probably not done when we do have additional cap space still left. Cap said, great show. Guys, take care and stay safe, everyone. Good night. Now, you see that, Falcon fans? As a Dolphin fan, Cap jumped in here and went at Tua, right? Went at who we got as possible the starting quarterback here, as they're going to have a camp competition battle. Cap said we should have gotten Matt Ryan too as well. So I'm sure he's a guy that wanted Matt Ryan years ago once, you've seen the success that the Falcons have with Matt Ryan too as well. But Cap to come in here and say at the end of all that he was saying about this team, take care, guys. Stay safe, everyone. Good night. That's how one time for the fan is. It's from the fan. It's for the fan. Cap is not a fan of the Falcons, but he's a fan of an NFL team. And for his respected fan base and for his respected avenue of where he is, he's going to represent and respect the Dolphins. He might have some things to say about former players and so forth, but that's just how it is in the NFL. To see Cap come in here and at first, start posting the comments about Tua, I'm sure some fans kind of figured out, who is this guy? What is he saying? Y'all been doing this podcast for a minute. We've never seen Cap for life. But to now see Cap subscribe to the channel, following the channel, talking Falcons amongst people, talking about Helen, Georgia, and wanting to visit, mentioning Goody Mob and Dungeon Family and some of the Atlanta staples of music in here in the city and some of the legends that, we like to rock with. Now we get to a point where at the end of the show, Cap has said, great show, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Everyone. He's saying everyone good night. Even the people that went at Cap. Everyone good night. Right? Remember, we got Buck Skull Gang who joins us. He talks about the Bucks. And it's going to be a rivalry. I see you guys all the time. And you got Edge Wise that comes in here. And, the Panthers, we got y'all twice last year. Don't forget that. But at the end of the day, we talk Falcons football. We talk NFC South. We talk NFL. We talk things that people can relate to. Now, he might not be in here all the time because it's a Falcon podcast. But I'm sure once the Tua news starts heating up of closer to training camp and if he gets the chance to start and so on, you might see Cap for life a lot more, right? And at the end of the day, we are all fans of an NFL team. One time for the fan is from the fan, for the fan. So if we can interest you in something to talk about when it comes to the NFL, when it comes to an NFL team like the Atlanta Falcons, that's where the Cap for Life comes from. That's where the Buck Skull games come from. The Edgewise and some of these other fans. Remember the Jaguar fan who's joined the chat before? They joined the chat because they just love talking NFL football. And some people might respect what we got going on. Some people might not respect what we got going on. But to see him say good night, everyone. He's told the chat, good night, y'all. We had a great time with the trolling and the back and forth and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, good night. So it's great to have fans like Craig in the chat, fans like Kerry in the chat, who's also a co-host here on One Time for the Fan, Big Low Country Sports content creator, Antonio Henderson, Smooth C, of course, T-Will. Big shout out to T-Will, content creator, podcaster for his respective channel, and of course over here on One Time for the Fan too as well. It's an amazing time, man. Falcons Fandemic, DSGB Hall, right? Silk Legacy, Anthony Long, TJ Martin, who's been in here talking with us for a while now. Man, just so many Falcon fans. If I missed some, I apologize. Big Low, right? Yuri, you know what I'm saying? These people right here keep the show going. It's always from the fan for the fan. AFN, Maggie and Christy and Auntie Pam. Look, Auntie Pam didn't show up tonight, and she's usually here. But her good friends, Maggie and Christy, showed up tonight just to say rise up, just to hear what we got going on. What are we talking about? What are we chopping it up about? Right? Big shout out to them too as well. Make sure you go follow their channels. Right? A1 Forever. Make sure you go follow A1 Forever. Right? A1 Forever got a lot going on. Eric Mack. A lot of these people you guys have seen or talked to offline. DJ Big, Georgia Pride. Georgia Pride is in here too as well. Make sure you go give a shout out to Georgia Pride whenever you get a chance to see him on the channel. right? Fans in this chat talking Falcons football in a Falcon way. I love it. That's what this show was always put together for. That's why we always do that. That's why we always do this podcast. Even tonight, woke up late, had a long day playing golf, took care of some other stuff. Hey, boy, my shirt on. Even taking care of some other stuff, I had to talk to my son. Even playing golf and taking care of some stuff I had to do with the family and all that other type of stuff. I told T-Will, I was like, man, we could do a show tomorrow. I got some time. But I'm sitting there thinking like, nah, man, let's just do the show at 8:50. I know we start at 8 normally. Let's just do the show at 8:50, man. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to chat about. So let's bring it to the table. T-Will said, all right, cool, I can do an hour. T-Will stayed about an hour and 15 minutes. Had to go watch the Oscars on me. I ain't watching no Oscars. I don't care about no Oscars. I said, you know what? We're going to talk some Falcons football. We'll talk some Falcons. Kerry said, sheesh, they were trolling Cap while I was gone. I missed something, I guess. So, Kerry, if you go back and watch around right after T-Will left, he jumped in here and started going at Tua. He was going at Tua. He's a ticking time bomb. Wait till you see him play. Wait till you see this. And Bijan's going to want out. And Drake London's going to be tired by week 8. And remember that Giants fan, Kerry, that came in here that one time that was trolling? And then, sure enough, after that, you're good, T-Will. You're good, T-Will. T-Will's good. We already know that T-Will does stuff to do. He has a lot of stuff to take care of, man. But, Kerry, remember that Giants fan that came in here and tried to troll at one time? And then he was doing the same thing Cap was doing. He was going at the team. He was going at the fan base in the chat. And as soon as Kerry started mentioning lemon pepper wings, he was like, oh, yeah, lemon pepper wings would be really good if you put it in the air fryer. I want to cook them like this and use this type of seasoning. And it's like, bro, what? You were just going hard at our team a couple minutes ago. Now you want to talk about food? But sure enough, at the end of the podcast, what happened? He said, hey, guys, I'm a Giants fan. You know, I'm just here listening to the show and enjoying it. I subscribe to the channel, man. You guys are doing a great job. And that's it. We just kept it moving. So, yeah, you know, Cap came in here. He was on fire at first. He was going, I was like, who is this guy? He's a Dolphins fan. He's a Dolphins fan. Right? But at the end of the show, as we're wrapping it up now, as you can see what he posted before he left. He said, great show, guys. Take care and stay safe. Everyone, good night. Southern hospitality, man. He's telling that to everybody across the board. He wants everybody to be safe. He wants everybody to have a good night. I'm sure he got some comments directed toward him too as well about his team, not toward his personal character of who he is, because we don't know who he is. But we said some things about the Dolphins. We talked about their O-line, talked about their team compared to our team. Yes, the Dolphins did beat us last year on my birthday. Tua had one eye. But yeah, you see what he said at the end of the show? Great show. That's why we do this podcast. From the fan, for the fan. We're going to make fans out of everybody for one time for the fan. Even if you're a fan of the Cardinals, the Dolphins, the Titans, the Jets, the Jags, you're going to be a fan of one time for the fan when you join up on this show. That's what it's all about. TJ Martin said, hit that like button, Bird Gang. Bird Gang, run them likes up. Facebook, hit the like. Hit the share. Add it to your timeline. Let fans see that we live. Tell your Falcons friends and Falcons family. You guys are on the phone with each other. You guys are in Discords. You guys are in group me's. You guys are in text message threads, Instagram personal chats, talking about the Falcons. Bring those same people over here to the channel and tell them, look, there is a podcaster and a group of podcasters who talk Falcons football in a Falcon way. Things that you want to hear. Updated news that you guys can relate to. Agree or disagree, we still value everybody's opinion on the podcast. So TJ Martin, tell your Falcons friends and your Falcons family. You probably got cousins and uncles and everybody who wants to listen to the Falcons. I was at the gas station the other day grabbing some stuff, seeing the Falcon fan pull up. Falcon sticker on the side of his car, Falcon license plate jumped out, Falcon hat. I said, hey, bro, you ever heard of One Time for the Fan? I said, no, I never heard of One Time for the Fan. I said, yeah, bro, we on YouTube, man. You know, X, Y, and Z. He hit the subscribe button. He said, I'm going to check y'all out. Older cat. Don't know if he's joined to the podcast yet before. He might jump in and say, hey, that was me. I might see him in the chat like, oh, there go, bro. Your boy Deezy, man. I was talking Falcons football at Kroger, man. At Kroger. I had a Falcon shirt on, Falcon hat, and a dude asked me some questions about Falcons. And sure enough, your boy Deezy walked over there. Ain't you one time for the fan? I'm about to pull up there. Hey, hold on. Who is you, brother? It's like, nah, man, I'm a big fan of the show, man. That's one thing when people see you in public and be like, yo, ain't you one time for the fan? Yeah, man, I'm a diehard Falcon fan. I'm usually wearing a Falcon hat or some type of Falcon apparel at least twice or 3 times a week. I love my team. You know what I'm saying? Charles West is in the chat. You said, what's good, Jack? Hey, shout out Charles West, man. Shout out to Charles West in the chat, man. He joined here toward the end of the show. Carrie Lynn said, shout out to Cap. He might have been capping. Sheesh. Carrie said, yeah, man, if that would have happened on my B-Day, I would have crashed out. I had a great B-Day weekend. Everything was fine. Good food, good vibes, good entertainment around some good people, family and friends. And then it came to Falcons Dolphins, where I was like, oh, we're going to beat this 1-9, 1-6, 2-5 team, whatever it was. We're going to beat them. And then Tua went 20 for 26 on us for 4 touchdowns. That's tough. Jack always liked going live from the janitor closet. That's tough. I swear. Big shot to Craig. Charles West said, why Cam Newton always talking about us? Cam Newton wanted to be a Falcon. Cam Newton is from Atlanta. I remember when they went to go sign, I forget what quarterback it was. Was it Kirk Cousins? He was like, man, they could have came and got me. They could have came and got old Cam. I would have did the guy. I would have helped him out. He wanted to be a Falcon. That's why I see it with Cam. His podcast is jumping, though. I am not going to lie. His podcast is jumping. But overall, he wanted to be a Falcon. He went to Carolina and did the best he could. Could have dove on that fumble, too, in the Super Bowl. But he didn't. But he wanted to be a Falcon. Yeri said all we had to do was beat the 1-6 Dolphins or the Jets, and we would have been in the playoffs. Shaking my head. Man, shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. Could have beat the Dolphins. Could have beat the Jets. Could have stopped Carrie's fantasy league player, Jonathan Taylor, the week that she chose to play Jonathan Taylor against me in the fantasy football league that we were in Berlin. Went for over 200-something yards, crushed our defense, lost by a touchdown in overtime. Could have beat Carolina one of those games. Koo could have made the kick in week 1. Ended up cutting Koo weeks later. Disappointing. Very disappointing. But hey, we're going to be back. We're going to be back. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, everybody, man. Like I was saying before, Facebook, share it to your timeline. Hit the like. It's one time for the fan on Facebook. Twitter, it's one time for the fan on Twitter. Oh, gosh. Where'd you come from, Big Lo? Where you been at, Big Lo? Why you had to bring this up, Big Lo? Huh? Why you got to bring it up? Look at Carrie. You know Carrie over there. She backpacking. Oh, shout out to Big Lo. I know Jack didn't. Just backpacking. Come on, Big Lo. Let's team up on Jack again. That is one of the co-hosts here on One Time for the Fan. That's my good friend Carrie. Carrie, we shared Culver's together. You took me to my first Culver's restaurant. I've been in Georgia damn near my whole life. You took me to Culver's. You introduced me to I think one of the greatest fast food restaurants I've ever had before. But you come in here, Kerry, you continue to roast me. You continue to talk about the boy. Continue to talk about the kid. Back to Big Low's comment. Who won the fantasy league last year? Big Low did. All right. Big Low did. I could have won that fantasy league. I could have won that fantasy football league. I had a team that people couldn't believe could make it to the finals. And I lost. Who did I lose to? I lost to Big Low. Yeah, I lost to Big Low that week as he went in the playoffs up ahead. He went the next round, he went to go play Bodie, I think, for the championship. And I think like the third place victory is me versus Kerry. I didn't even give a damn about the team at that point. I was like, I just lost to Big Low. Couldn't believe it. Big Low went on to win the fantasy football league. I might do it again next year. Matter of fact, Falcon fans, Bodie, big shout out to Bodie 3000 one time for the fan, full proof. When Bodie does the fantasy football league next year, if anybody wants to be a part of it, I'm sure he's going to get it started soon. If anybody wants to be a part of it, last year we had 10 or 12 teams, Kerry? Now we put it amongst Falcon content creators, right? So Bro Talk was in there. Wow, I was beating the snot out of Bro Talk. Birdo, when you got a chance to play Birdo on Bro Talk, them is dubs. A1, them is dubs. T-Will, that was I can't even say nothing. T-Will beat me that week. He really messed up my standings because they told T-Will to bench 2 players and add 2 players before the game started. But yeah, if we do it again, Big Low Country, I was there to take you to Culver's too. Big Low was there. Culver's, man. I can't wait. I still haven't had Culver's since training camp last year. We're going back to Culver's, y'all. Falcon fans, if you show up to Falcons training camp this year, about 2 exits up from Flowery Branch, there's a Culver's. We're going to have to meet up at the Culver's, Falcon fans. So just be prepared. When you be like, hey, when they're getting ready to pack up the gear and everybody head back to the car, yo, Jack, where you going? We trying to hang out with y'all, man. We trying to hang out with y'all for the post-game practice. We're going to Culver's. That's where we're going. Damn, that food was so good. Kerry said, I swept Jack to finish in 3rd place. Yeah, Kerry. Always promoting yourself here on the channel. Kerry said, like Jack Spade said, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Kerry, I swear. Georgia, Texas boy said, not the bacon deluxe. Hey, bro. Bro, you better pull up, Georgia, Texas boy. You better pull up the training camp. We going to Culver's. Charles West said, Big Low, I need a music video in front of the Cam Cigar Lounge because we want all the smoke. Sheesh. Big Low, good for it, too. Craig said, Jack, wasn't that you that drafted a kicker high? I took a kicker in the 3rd round of my fantasy football league. I took the best kicker in the NFL, though. I remember Myles Garrett, who used to be with Fox 5. He got the Bird Nest podcast now. I think it's the birdnestatl.com too as well. Myles Garrett, I said Myles my lineup. He was like, You took a kicker with the 3rd pick? I said, yeah, I did. He was like, and you took defense with the 5th pick? I said, yeah, I did. He was like, I don't know, man. He's like, the rest of your lineup looks pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know how to tell you this, Jack. I said, Myles, come on. What do you think? He's like, man, it's going to be a tough season. He wasn't really ultimately bashing the lineup that I had. But he was like, just be prepared. A lot of people don't take kickers that early. A lot of people don't take defense that early. I was like one of the top teams in the league. It's not about who you pick. It's about how you play them against who they're playing against. But my kicker, Brandon Aubrey from the Cowboys, went crazy. Watch some people in this fantasy football league this year decide to go with my style of format when it comes to picking fantasy football selections. Kerry said next season we are having a buy-in for the prize. So I'm going to be locked in. Wait. We're putting money up? Uh-oh. Okay. You like to find out about that? Culver's be hitting, Jack, but the roasts are better than their burgers. Man, put me on game. I've only been there one time. I didn't get a chance to go back. There's not even a Culver's near my house. I don't have a Culver's over here on the east side. I need a Culver's. I need to put a Culver's somewhere over here on the east side. Matter of fact, let me see where's the closest Culver's. You might have to try to get a contract with Culver's, man. Get a little sponsorship from Culver's. Let me see. Where is Culver's? Culver's near me. Let's see. Where's the closest one? Lawrenceville, Winder, Swanee, Buford, McDonough. 25 miles, 20 miles, 19 miles, 22 miles. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious, T-Will.
I know. It's not that serious. What's going on? I can't believe you're still going at 11 o'clock, bro.
Talking Falcons with the Falcon fans, man. I'm enjoying this, man. You know we love talking Falcons football with these folks, man.
I hear you, brother.
I'm trying to. You see, what's up, T-Will?
For the record, I get off at 11, so I didn't go to watch the Oscars. I went because I had to finish.
No, it's okay. Same time the Oscars finished, T-Will's done.
Whatever. Oh my God! Stop.
I'm hearing them in the room next door talking about, they won. Yeah, that's it. And I'm hearing the music wrap up and people are clapping.
About 20 minutes ago. Stop it. Anyway, I am disappointed, man. I felt like Center should have won Best Picture. It didn't.
Who won Best Picture?
I think it was one battle after another, which I don't think it deserved.
Hold on now. That movie was badass.
That movie was good, but it was all over the place, man. I don't think it was better than Sinners, but hey, whatever. I'm not on the Oscars committee.
You know what's better than the Oscars? Having 21 Carey join us back too as well.
Carey!
What's up?
I see we're preparing for the 24-hour stream because you guys went away for a minute. I was on here talking with the Falcon fans for about 30, 45 minutes. T-Will came back, Carey came back. If we can work this for the 24-hour stream when the Falcons win the Super Bowl, this would be perfect. So what would happen is I would now leave and go take my nap, and then T-Will and Carey can run the podcast. Then I wake up and finish another hour or 2 hours. Carey goes to take her nap. And then she wakes up and we just keep rotating.
See, that's what I thought too, Jack. But then I remembered we are winning the Super Bowl. No one is sleeping. We are all going to be up for 24 hours straight celebrating.
That's true.
There's going to be no sleep to be had.
Right. No,
Carey, you said 24-hour stream. You didn't say nothing about we had to be up 24 hours. I thought you said 24 hours
sleep. I truly don't even think I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I'm going to be so happy, adrenaline. I'm going to be celebrating. I'm going to have caffeine. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, that's.
I couldn't even sleep after we beat the Eagles in Philly on prime time because it was so shocking. The season they won the Super Bowl. There's no way I'm going to be sleeping.
I remember you guys did the podcast. It was like 11 o'clock at night, a little bit after 11. And I saw the link in the chat and I jumped in there. And sure enough, where am I at? I'm in an Uber in Philadelphia. I'm in the Uber leaving the game. I'm talking cash. People told me, Jack, be careful about them Eagle fans, man. Be careful, man. Them Eagle fans gonna get you, man. Be careful. Did y'all see the video of me standing up on the chair talking shit to Eagles fans at the game?
You were feeling good. I think you had some liquid courage.
I had a lot of liquid courage. Uncle Steve was right over there on the row 1-2 with me.
Yeah, you were feeling it, buddy. You were definitely feeling it.
I wasn't playing that, man. This Eagles out. This is y'all stadium, but my team is on that field out there. And we led an amazing comeback to beat the Eagles that day. Sure enough, the quarterback who did the comeback is no longer here with us.
No, he's not. much to Carrie's chagrin.
Big Low said we got to hit up that Diesel's Tap House too. Falcon fans, we're gonna set up something for post-game content creators and fans to come out, have a good time after training camp. One location is gonna be Culver's. The next location, as you see, Big Low Country said, Diesel's Tap House. Don't know what day it's going to be. We got to wait for the training camp dates to drop. Usually, training camp dates are around July 23rd, 24th, 25th, somewhere around that time, like the last week in July. They usually put that out. So be prepared whenever Country might be able to put the details out. I myself or any other content creator who's going to be working on putting this together. T-Will, Carrie wasn't there. We did a great job last year. Country was able to put together a nice meet and greet. Where were we at? What location was that? Do you remember? We went out there to near Flowery Branch after the game, after the training camp.
We went to Hooters, didn't we?
Hooters? It was no Hooters. It wasn't Hooters.
Yeah, you know, T was like, I'm at Hooters.
Yeah, T-Will, you were at Hooters. We wasn't there.
Saw Mike Bell at Hooters.
No. That's because of that was the one where we was talking with Mike Bell and Card Dukes when the power went out.
Right.
The other one, remember the one that we had where
T-Will wasn't there. He didn't want that smoke.
No, T-Will was there. Remember Bodie pulled up at the end? Remember that location? Uncle Steve showed up too as well. You walk in, it's over there to the right. Everybody was sitting down in the corner to the right. There was a lot of Falcon fans. What was that location, Country?
Big Lo said Diesel Tap House.
That was Diesel Tap House?
I don't think I was with y'all that day.
T-Will, you were there. T-Will, remember me, you and Bodie took the picture, bro. You was there, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
bench warmers. Some of my bench warmers.
Yeah.
Buddy from the Falcons came by and dropped the gifts off, remember?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, man.
I took a bunch of pictures from that day. You're right.
Hey, you know what would be great, T-Will?
What's that?
Don't want to say too much on the channel. Country, I know you're in on this too, Country. What if we get a player to stop by after training camp at one of the locations? Because, after training camp ends, they get like 2 hours to go and eat and go hang out before they have to go back to, the part 2 of training. Which, they got the morning, they got 2 days. They got the morning, then they got the afternoon. But when we leave, remember that last year, T-Will? Players are leaving out in their car too as well.
Yeah, they were.
That would be great.
That'll be your department, man. That'll be like you. That would be you. So whoever you can get to come kick it with us.
That would be great. Maybe we can get Elijah Wilkinson to come up. Maybe he can
I
come
was
over
just
and
gonna
hang with
say,
us.
don't even think about inviting that guy.
Stop it.
Don't even think about it.
Stop it. I'm not trying to get my car egged, dude. I'm good.
I'm trying to record him on. He can go viral. What's that page on Instagram for Atlanta's news?
ATL Scoop.
Viral. Yeah, he's gonna go on viral on that. He's gonna get the smoke at Culver's.
Carrie has already been on ATL Scoop's page before. You've also been on Complex before too as well, Carrie. Carrie, you just continue posting tweets and putting out information that people in Georgia love to hear and see, Carrie. What is it that you do, Carrie?
I have no idea. I'm just myself, okay? That's what I already told to Craig in the chat. I said just myself. Just be yourself. I think our guy Chris A1 Forever Sports says that too. Be yourself.
I know you say just be yourself, and Craig does a good job of washing windows at the building that he works in downtown Atlanta, but they put him on, on stairs the other day. So I know he wasn't too happy about polishing stairs. Is there any insight you can give to Craig about being himself when it comes to not, working on the windows?
I hope Craig is gonna be there.
Yeah, Craig, you need to come kick it with us, man.
You guys are forgetting. Craig works for the Falcons janitorial staff. That B- that we got from the locker room, that's because of the Craig sanitation department that he's supposed to be working with. And I heard he hired some new people too as well. Apparently they're from Venezuela. Hey, guess what, Craig? If you can get them in the building and get everything shined up spotless and get everything ready to go, the Falcons can get an A next year. We don't want a B-. We want an A when it comes to cleanliness and sanitation duties when it comes to the Falcons locker room. All right. So make sure you empty that trash can. Make sure you wipe down those those handrails too as well. And you remember, Craig, all purpose, man. Use the all purpose cleaner, man. I don't know what you're doing over there. You can't be using that them outside of America products, man. Get you some Lysol, Craig. Put them gloves on and wipe down that locker room. Keep telling you this.
Wilding tonight. Lord have mercy. Jesus.
And for the last time, man, quit forgetting my napkins in that damn bag when I go to the Wendy's over there off Covington Highway. Quit forgetting my napkins, man.
That's this guy, Craig. Kerry and I got nothing to do with that. That's all Jack. That is all Jack Spade. So,
and I said light ice, Craig.
Damn.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Oh wow.
Let's go ahead and really wrap this show up now. Kerry, it is 11:11. I know some people like posting memes about 11:11 too as well, in good faith. We're gonna wrap this show up here. Any shout outs you'd like to give the chat, Kerry, before we get up out of here? Kerry is
you awake?
Kerry mentioned Desmond Ritter. Oh, like on T was Kerry, you sleep again? Kerry, you falling asleep?
I am not asleep. I'm reading Craig's comment and waiting for you to put it on the screen.
Kerry, is Craig over there DMing you like, hold on, don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing. I'm about to message back, Jack. Don't fall for it, Kerry.
Oh boy. Read it, Jack.
Huh?
Read it.
Oh my gosh. I appreciate the advice from you, Jack, especially coming from an expert janitor like yourself.
Damn.
What is a janitor?
I said janitor. What do you say? What do you mean?
I swear you said janitor, but okay.
Kerry, is the right side of your AirPods working and not the left side? Let me know because we can.
Oh boy! Now he's taking shots at Kerry.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
we're not supposed to be.
Good
We're not
night,
supposed to be
Jack
taking
Spade.
jokes. We're not supposed to be
Good night
roasting
to
Kerry. We never want
everyone
to do that.
in the chat. Good night to T. Will. Good
night,
night
Kerry.
to everyone out there. All the Falcons fans that support us. We really appreciate you all. But yeah, good night to everyone outside of Jack Spade and Elijah Wilkinson.
I knew she was gonna do that. I knew it. You earned it, Jack. You earned it.
Seeing that it's the Oscars tonight, I'm sure Kerry's reading her shout outs from a piece of paper. So big shout out to everybody here in the chat.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Big shout out to
No
Miss
one is
Kerry.
watching the Oscars. I told you it's canceled.
It should be.
Kerry don't mess with that type of Hollywood. She don't deal with that type of stuff.
It should be. I still can't believe Sinners didn't win Best Picture, man. I'm
Wait, what won? See, that's why it's canceled.
The movie with DiCaprio.
What won?
One battle after another. It shouldn't. Like
What is that? Jack trying to clean the windows and the
Oh my
or
gosh.
one battle over the other, or he's trying to clean the floors. Which one is it? Starring Jack Spade. One battle after another.
Oh wow.
I could say something back right now. We can keep going back and forth here, but I know I'm gonna let Kerry win this one.
Oh wow.
Don't worry, we can already hear your thoughts with the mic.
Oh my gosh. Oh
wow.
Wait, Kerry, what?
You heard what she said. You heard exactly what she said.
T Will, please get to your shout outs, T Will, so we can wrap this up. I think Craig's sending her jokes right now. I think Craig's sending her content. You gotta be careful. Craig's like, yeah, say this for me, Kerry. It would sound good if you say it.
Nah, Jack, that was a good one, man.
You know, Craig's over there right now. He's like, good job, Kerry. Get back to finishing this wall.
Oh wow. Man,
Hopefully Craig takes the gloves off when he texts on his phone so the phone doesn't drop in the bucket. We don't want to get the phone. We want to get the phone damaged.
Big Low says, want to give my shout outs to Jack Spade. My tractor has a run like
I'm still trying to figure out what's one battle after another. Starring Jack Spade.
Bruh.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
Oh, I'm turning red.
This tractor hasn't run since he first bought it. Now here goes Smooth C. He's back in here too. Oh, they roasting Jack? Tag me.
He said, "Tag me in."
Oh man,
This ain't no damn Survivor series when it comes
This
to.
is like WWE. You like tag
Right.
him in. It's like Jack Spade on one side of the ring and us on the other.
You must think this is damn Hell in a Cell when it comes to trying to get these jokes out. Tag me in. Come on, tag me. Come on.
that was good.
You know how T-Way, you watch wrestling. You know how they tag the person in. He comes in with all that damn energy.
Carrie
Throws a one punch, guy drops on the ground. Throws the next punch, guy drops on the ground. Goes over there and hits the guy who's on the other side of the ropes for no reason. That's Smooth C right there. Tag me in.
Carrie started this mess with that mic joke, man. That's what got me.
Country said one battle after another is all 8 lawns Jack completes in a round. Getting them out, huh? Getting them out.
Who's next? Craig, you're up.
Oh, Craig, you're up, huh? Tag him in, huh, Craig?
Oh, shit.
Craig over there trying to get that damn glove off. Oh, shit, the manager coming. Shit. Trying to get that glove off quickly.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh.
Smooth said, "Hey Jack, why can't we find the Mike episode? It's been deleted."
Exactly. Why can't we find it, Jack? Because
It's
I
been
want to
deleted.
watch it.
He deleted it.
It's been deleted.
He did not like that.
Isn't that so foul? Smooth C, he deleted it.
Deleted. Oh, man.
It all started with Eric Parker. Eric didn't even have to say nothing. Ain't nobody even noticed
It
until Eric
started
said something.
with your mic. It started
Ain't
with
nobody
your
said
mic.
nothing.
That could
Eric
have
said
been our
something.
most viral episode. That would have had like 10K views already because you were just
Bruh.
getting straight roasted with your mic.
Bro, you sounded like an old school Baptist preacher with that
Ain't
mic.
nobody
in
said
the
nothing
back of
until
your
Eric
throat,
said
bro.
something. Ain't nobody wasn't even paying attention.
Bro, that mic was so loud. No, everybody was gonna say something, bro. That mic was loud. That mic was loud. We heard everything.
I cried real tears watching that episode. That was so hilarious.
Deleted.
Oh. My brother said Eric's mic. He said Jack's mic is so loud, Jack can speak anything into existence. I still laugh at that. You had to be there. It was funny. It might not be funny now, but oh my god. Oh,
No, it's still funny.
oh.
Carrie said it's still funny. All
It's
right.
still funny.
This one we
And,
wrap
and
it
for
up.
what made it funny was Jack's trying to just go on as normal, and
We weren't having it. We weren't
Eric
having
and
it.
Craig were firing at him one after. I mean, just bomb, just boom, and then Jack would adjust his mic, and then it would start all over again. Which Eric and Craig would fire jokes at him all over. Oh my god, it was great. That may have been the funniest show I was ever a part of, man. That was
Craig, are
great.
you showing up to training camp, Craig? Craig, you gonna be there? Smooth C, are you going to training camp this year?
Oh,
I need
Jack
to
wants
know.
that smoke. He's on his Elijah
I need to know what
Wilkinson.
day and time y'all showing up.
He's on his Elijah Wilkinson. He said, "I live in Georgia. Pull up."
I need the Addy.
Oh,
Jack is on
What
his
day?
Elijah Wilkinson tonight.
Right.
oh man.
They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, Jack wants to meet up in person." Oh shit. Hey man, it's going down in a major way. T Will, Carrie, one time for the fan. Carrie, do you want to give another round of shout outs, or do you want to are you good with the first one you gave?
I thought the first one was pretty good.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Oh wow.
T Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan. You did give a set of shout outs about an
I
hour ago,
did,
but you're
man.
back.
I'm good. Hey, love y'all. Y'all be good, man. This was fun. Everybody be safe, man. Y'all be safe. Have a good week, man. And we'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Oh, that's a good thing about having T. Will and Carrie here. We can talk. What did the country say? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lawns done on a Tuesday. Oh my gosh! It is 21 Savage.
One battle after another. Congratulations, Jack.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Y'all are amazing.
I should have ended this show 15 minutes ago. That's what he's thinking right now.
He said, "Why did I even accept their for them to come back on stage?"
I was like, "Hey, they want to come up here and talk Falcons." I thought they want to come up here and talk Falcons football. Next thing you know, the roast of Joseph.
Oh man, I needed this.
Oh, Smoothie said he's gonna be there.
Oh shit.
Oh, good.
Read his comment.
It's a rap battle.
I'll be there if you want me to bring the shovel you left. I'll be there if you want me to bring the shovel you left, then no problem. Hey. Remember, Smooth C, camp starts at around 9 a.m. So if you get there at 6, you can get both cars that I'm bringing. So. Remember, turtle wax too as well. Turtle wax or the armor all.
How you gonna drive 2 cars, Jack?
I got some other people coming up there too as well.
Oh, okay.
He does one of the best detailing jobs in the city.
Okay.
Craig said 8 lawns in one day. That's light work for Jack. Jack is well known to wash 20 cars on a Saturday.
Damn.
I got you. Bigelow says after that 4th lawn, Jack says next week I might be able to get Culver's. Craig said I might be there.
That's why you haven't had Culver's yet since training camp. Almost a year later, you haven't had Culver's.
I might be there depending on if I'm on night shift. If not, then you would be there. Craig should be there.
What up, Craig?
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Smooth C said he's taking collections at the gate for Jack for the mic. Hey, look. Shout out to the Hawks, man. Hawks on a big win streak right now.
9 in a row.
Wait, is it actually true? They've won 9 in a row, but they're still in 9th. Is that really true?
Yeah, they won 9 in a row, and they're in. I think they're in 8th now.
Remember, we were games behind 500 before this little win streak right here. So this is good if the Hawks can get hot before playoffs. But tomorrow night is a playoff matchup because the Magic will be going to the playoffs. The Hawks too as well. They got to come out. If they come out and beat the Magic tomorrow night, they really do mean business because during this run, they've beaten Philadelphia. Of course, Milwaukee is a bad team, but they've beaten Milwaukee. They've beaten Brooklyn. They've beaten some teams that, Washington too as well those 2 times. I'm thinking people are saying that Washington's going to be a decent team next year. But for right now, the Hawks are rolling. They're on the right path to, putting this team back the right way that fans want to see. I think it's the first 9-game win streak since 2015, I believe it is. So it's been a while for the Hawks to get back on this path.
I think you're right.
Which is great to see. The college basketball bracket is out. So anybody who has their college basketball teams, be prepared for March Madness as that's getting ready to get underway shortly. Big shout out to Georgia, who's now going to be in the March Madness. They were bracketed today too as well. Kennesaw State, who is now in the bracket, they had a good job. They punched their tickets in the dance. The only problem is Kennesaw State plays Gonzaga. And I thought I told y'all the other day that I'm a Gonzaga guy. So Zag Nation, go out there. I hate to say it for Kennesaw State, but your season is over in less than 48 hours. So big shout out to Falcon fans across the world. Big shout out to Miss Carey. Big shout out to T. Will. Big shout out to all you Georgia Bulldog fans. Big shout out to even some of you Gator fans down there that hang with Carey. So Falcon fans, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Carey's gonna say chomp chomp. Jack mowing lawns like Thanos collecting the stones. Once Jack gets all the lawns done, he snaps his fingers and it makes all the grass disappear.
Damn! Wow!
Craig's been working on that joke on his break. I see. Okay, big shout out to Craig.
like
Hey.
that. That's how you do it.
Big shout out to Craig, man. But
Or
shout out
do
to
you
everybody,
say,
man.
I am inevitable.
It's the Iron Man.
How you do it?
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Country's taking shots at everybody tonight. Oh, wow.
I thought we was better than that, country.
You see what
we
your
was
brother
better.
started? If your brother would have never said this, T. Will.
Yep.
Same like the mic the day I had the mic situation. If you would have never said nothing.
Yep. Just starting some ish. I am not an Alabama fan. I've explained that, okay? My family is. I am not, okay? I've explained the whole connection. I am a hunker down hairy dog for life. So, go Dogs. Whatever. Let's go.
Go Dogs. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We are back coming up on Wednesday. Might have a pop-up podcast in between time, waiting for some more breaking news, more off-season updates, or even sometimes we just go live on a pop-up podcast just to talk with the fans. So hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Apple Podcasts. I see Craig still roasting. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. Oh, wow. Country said that bark sounded fake, T. Will.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't good enough.
Oh, no, he did. Oh, man. Oh, no. How you going to do me like that, man?
Oh, man. He said that's not how Georgia boys bark. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Country coming for everybody now.
About my TMX growl, man. I was trying to be low key with it, but it's all good.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button. Everywhere. Don't forget, follow us on IG too as well. Go ahead and put this up here. If you're on Instagram and you haven't followed One Time for the Fan, now is your chance. Head over to Instagram. Follow One Time for the Fan. It's going down in a major way. Big shout out to everybody. Thanks for the chat being lit, chat being live tonight, because you guys did a great job. The fans in the stands really make up the show. And T. Will carry as we end the show. You know, One Time for the Fan is always from the fan, and it is for the fan. With that being said, good night, everybody.